Man, going live again, had a little funny dream and stuff. Woke up, had to tell the other astrological empresses from beyond the highest, quantum, mega, super astrological, telestial, and celestial, inner points of enlightenment, especially, and all jewel stones, elements, or planets or moons or suns or earths or solar systems, galaxies, universe or space or gravity or or stars or star clusters or astrology or constellations and all sacred zodiacs. So listen, let me ask the empresses of all I just said something. Of all planets or moons or suns or earth or all lightning, electricity, thunder, senses, vibration, chemistry, of all refinement, all earth elements, and all skies and air and oxygen. Listen to this. I would tell them if they ever hear this video, and this is a note for every energy and force out there of possession and of acknowledgement, to even say something like this to the Empress and make them even think about it or leave them a certain type of message, the ones of honesty that knows what's going on, that one may know about. Tell them this thing one day. Listen to this. And even my wife of all spaces, my wife from all the highest levels of the humane condition of the habitation of the regional planets or moons or suns or earth solar system galaxies or universe or star clusters or astrology or constellations or secret zodiacs of all force and the main empresses of all space and all colors to to hear and view me, the empresses of the space only itself, of the reason of the habitation. I would tell them, of all levels. I would say, hey, listen, imagine this. You know it's me, your husband, Ralph and GR. But I'm going to say just like this. Imagine an empress or some chick that wants to overthrow me, the emperor that doesn't want the force of energy to be fixed, right? And then imagine this even in the physical reality when one thinks about situations. How about if a chick literally herself is like having inner points of enlightenment? You ever seen people that have inner points of enlightenment like other stars and other star clusters, and then do they really care about the elder of their consciousness of the star? Do they really care? Because I tell the individual, listen to this. How could they even care about the elder of a star a certain type of way if they turn around at a time and then they disregard the humane condition of their inner body and their habitations? And a person says, "Who wanted that done? Who who would cause listen? Who would cause empresses to want to give up on their emotions in their life?" So it would be one empress that comes out in the physical reality, or wants really to come out in the physical reality. That's like a low form of a low mentality, because low forms of mentality are people that don't really acknowledge the reason of existence. So if you have an empress at a time that wants to come out into the physical reality, and then she's manipulated by other people by doing probably magic for them, sacred magic or certain things. Did you ever think she probably learned something of the crown empress or something, or inner empress? Like, say, up inner point of empress, it's like an inner point of enlightenment, and then the empress herself shifts her planets within her at a time, and then you have an empress that thinks she knows everything and been spying, and it's like having a listen. If an empress wants to come out in a paradigm, and the atmosphere of the planet is the paradigm in life, because it has all the time and sequences that's going to be within its own humane condition, and it already knows. And then you have an empress that just figures out and it schemes on an individual, because somewhere in life, the point of enlightenment that they're regarding or protecting or protecting is already scheming on them in life, causing like false. It's like a say a celestial being comes inside the earth and then causes like a false a false cellular structure within the earth. Then you have an empress that reacts that because of her and her mentality at the time, because she wasn't regarding the reason of her humane condition and doing other things. And a person would say they blame me. You can't blame me for that because I didn't tell nobody to shoot me in Boogie Night. I just got shot. So, and it had to happen because a certain person had to learn their life to learn the reasons how raising of importance, right? And then now it can do certain things about it because even the Empress already knew why it had to happen. And then now imagine this, right? But I would have never got shot if individuals would acknowledge what they were supposed to acknowledge. Because if they could go back in time to try to undo time, that means I didn't have to get shot. So somebody just wanted me to go and get shot. Because listen to what I'm telling you, listen to things I'm explaining. So imagine if you had an empress that wasn't regarding her point of enlightenment and didn't really care. Wasn't doing her martial arts a certain type of way, fun things happening. And then I have empresses that naturally have their own point of enlightenment. That never was something was never wrong with their life because they would complete a certain type of way because my other empress that was really about the human condition, was already complete, and she knew how to regard all her situations. That was something made sure of regardless of what the situation was in life. So now, imagine if you have an empress in the earth that's like an inner point of enlightenment or an earth empress that has a whole atmosphere in her and thinks she figures out something because she wants to go and take on the empress of all existence of the human condition of space or the force, and then on top of it, in her sequences of time, trying to violate black holes or warp speed. You notice it's called warp speed. So if a person's warping speed with a ship, most likely it's probably from the astrological tree of Aries a certain type of way, right? And then that means another person's not regarding because who's causing it? Somebody of the lower regard of the education at the point. So who has sacred education that was fucking up sacred education? Athena stone. And who was that? The black people that had Athena stone after stealing it from the eight the mining the mining the mining the mining acknowledgement, right? Because that means other people got their hands on jewels, or then you had other people financing physical crimes of points of enlightenment. Because remember, jewels are pressurized of the reason of the higher astrological tree of individuals in a certain type of way, and the reason of value to show you that individuals are value. Now, if you have somebody trying to undo that and trying to get their hands on the jewels like that, that means those are individuals, bacteria, virus infecting diseases. Just like something was left for Superman at a point, and then Superman's girlfriend went and touched it and wasn't supposed to touch it, and then fucked it all up, right? Remember, she caused the end of the Superman plane when it reflected. Same thing. Imagine if you have an empress or a star being that enters a planet or a child, and then they literally having sex in the human condition of the atmosphere of the empress, spoiling her intentions of a little nervousness, causing the wrong cellular structure, building and accumulating a bioorganism or disease because it's not the soulmate of the empress, and then on top of it, say the empress is using herself for sex for other people, and they're not the ones that made her. It's only me. It's not. I'm saying they're not the ones that made her. Because the people that she's helping to have sex are not the people that made her. It's only me that really made her. And then say she goes and has sex with a individual in her harmony and using her harmony and enlightenment to take advantage of individuals, and she's supposed to be a high point of acknowledgement and only supposed to honor me, the emperor, and then on top of it, then she's somewhere else giving she's somewhere else. Listen, she's somewhere else probably helping people spy on individuals, giving giving people acknowledgement a certain type of way, and then I'm over here lonely wondering about I don't want this pussy anymore. I don't even give a fuck about this thing. Empress would do that. Who's now? Imagine you have an order of natural empresses, and then you have empresses that have inner points of enlightenment, also of the planets as sacred, that's helping the empress and regarding her reason of that was regarding and helping her reason of her consciousness at the time for her own protection, while she was trying to protect a point of regardment, and then on top of it, and still trying to keep her alive with a form of value. Because if something happened to me, they were making sure that she always had for her own humane condition a certain type of way. But it's like once the Empress fuck up on me, she sexual, go hangs out with another nigga, makes plans with another man, goes and chills with other people, goes. It's like manipulating the light and say I'm gonna be with him and then go in a system. And it's like going in a sequence of a high system, giving stories to other individuals, hanging out with other men in certain type of ways, and then instead of coming straight to a man that made you, it's like showing a man, I'm gonna go second to the secondary situation to go have a little fun because I'll need to get to my man. And then imagine me calling an empress out the physical realm. What did I call her for? I called her to go be with another man, or I called her to come be with me. Oh, oh. So imagine an empress already before she comes out of the spiritual realm, fucking up other empresses of the inner points of enlightenment, causing the spoiled condition because it's like the habitation, the reason of one's atmosphere. And then one has one you have the inner point that's really regarding the inside until the outer point spoils the situation, right? How did the situation spoil? It has nothing to do. Another person saying to me, "Hey, listen, my anatomy is just full of jewels that would never go spoiled." Another person was trying to cause my anatomy. It's just like when I came up here one time up here, my individual had to do something to repair space because my wife at a point was being attacked. They say, right? No, it wasn't that she was being attacked. She was indulging in a sexual act with individuals that she wasn't supposed to indulge in, and it was showing at a point, showing me that a person was trying to get rid of a point of secrecy because they were mad that they wasn't the individual that had the acknowledgement. And then on top of it, then you have this stupid bitch or these stupid bitches that'll come out in a realm and then dishonor the reason of their human condition. That means what were they doing in the spiritual realm while they were regarded? So it's like, say, for instance, they were letting people have sex with them a certain type of way. The atmosphere, light of the energy already seen that they violated. Yo, listen, they penetrated the light of the other empresses and let go of wrong cellular structure to attack their planet, right? Once that happened, what caused the Superman galaxy to fall that everybody was wondering about? Now think about this. How about if she was jealous of her crown empress because she didn't want her empress to be able to control her at a point in time? Imagine a person that doesn't want to be in the natural order or be controlled. So they're saying they don't want to, in the level of physics, in the graph, they're saying they don't want no logic, they don't want no sense, they don't give a fuck about the situation or reality. Now, I'm a man, I'm the man that made all of this. Now, you have another person that doesn't even want to be controlled? Yeah, that that doesn't make no sense because how about if a person got to operate? You don't want to bear that type of pain a certain type of way, and a person can't because another person has to be able at a level in the order to keep a point of secrecy. So if you fuck up and see something you're not supposed to see, and then on top of it, then you have, say, inner points of enlightenment of the main astrological empress of all space, witness something of her higher education that's even sacred to her, and the reason why she loves her sacredcy so much is because she even honored herself not to acknowledge the reason of a certain situation at a time. A man, me, I can know, but she knew that not to acknowledge the situation at a time. And then you have some stupid bitch that's the inner point that from her child entering planet Earth always wanted to fuck, using her, penetrating the atmosphere on a level in a humane condition. And then it's bad enough they come in the atmosphere to acknowledge what's going wrong with the individual, but they penetrate the atmosphere just to be able to fuck up listen, it's like the injection that I received in Coney Island and Kings County Psychiatric Facility. I tried to put my conscience out. Individuals said, I'm going to kill the reason that made all existence. So when the world passes out at a level, it'll just happen and then nobody will really notice about it because it'll lead up to other situations where other men want it pussy. So what are you saying about the empress of all space and energy of a human condition? And then she's wondering, yo, listen, what the fuck does a black hole show up for? A black hole shows up for your martial arts at the top to whoop that person's ass because once you see something enter or go into warp speed and they need your husband, that means That's a lost person that you'll never be able to find again at a time. That's like, don't worry about it, just losing. Because you can't lose me. Because you have to know where I'm at for your own conscience. Because if somebody tries to murder the Empress, she has to have points of existence to know exactly where I'm at for her own conscience so she can be okay. But imagine if you have an Empress that literally figured this type of situation, say, I'm gonna get penetrated just to fuck up all the other Empresses because what she wanted to be like sanitation that had their own sponsorship and just wanted her own dollhouse. It's like a chick that just wanted to have different looks at a time, that just wants to be able to look at chicks like she's some Japanese Cambodian mask, putting on different masks of different empresses, trying to show that she's. It's like, you ever had a people that's low level that's learning magic that's not the empress, and then you have an empress. Where did they get that emotion from? Then you have an empress that want to be more than what she is and help the other empress because she's trying to achieve to show you the reason why her body should always be in order and the love that she should have. And little by little bit, say she has something like an Eve or something that happened on the planet dishonored the reason of enlightenment at a point. And then on top of it, when an individual is looking at the situation, don't worry about my tattoo. I'm already, yo, listen, I'm the one that made the empress. What are you telling me about things that I naturally have? Is a difference for me. But imagine an individual at a time wondering about certain situations and saying, yo, listen, man, you know, or the Empress is a certain type of way. Let me just show her this type of situation, and then she tries to play a club her situation, tries to belittle her mentality, to give up all her power because she feels she doesn't meet control because now she's scared of what's inside of her, of the acknowledgement that she knows for herself. And then you have the other empresses that she's trying to influence because she's fucking up her nervous system to fuck up the other inner points of enlightenment. Doesn't know which one is the crown empress, but you have some next nigga out there that's trying to figure all this situation out, and then you have this stupid fucking bitch that probably be an empress, fucking up her own nervous system, causing an infection on a micro level that's gonna build to a bigger biohazard in the physical reality that'll show itself on the higher scale of all acknowledgement at a time a certain type of way when it comes to their physical and their physical gun. It's just like an empress taking pictures of her crotch in a cornfield and then having a fucked up crotch and all types of stuff because she wanted to be the sexy empress that was known as nourishing individuals, and other individuals made her show her sacredcy like they did with Eve. It's like show your pussy a certain type of way of the reason of acknowledgement and nourishment, and make certain pictures and have chicks taking certain pictures, and the next thing you know is just a nigga that just wants a porno scene, that doesn't care about the higher acknowledgement, that's going to the future and saying, oh, we could do this, we got so much money, we could be some, there was some, it's like another nigga saying, oh, we could be into some, we got so much money, and all type, and then he fucks up the whole life because the intercellular activity of the lower form of the humane condition is manipulating the consciousness to give up on itself and don't care about itself on a level. Imagine that. And this is the thing that wants the education, that wants the acknowledgement. The person that would do that, who's under your photographer, is taking the education that wants to acknowledge. And when I mean a photographer, don't think about me, Rob, because I educated niggas, everybody in all types of science. I never told individuals to be ignorant and negligent and do the fucked up wrong thing. Then on top of it, a man's sacredcy is wonderful and make sure it stayed wonderful. And then on top of it, then you had individuals, a nigga at a time that, wasn't supposed to see a form of the sacredcy a certain type of way because his eyes wasn't meant for it, even on the level. Even when you do mathematics, even when it's physics. And then after that, he has an empress expose her sacredcy of herself because he wanted another nigga wanted the acknowledgement, and then I'm killing the empress, cause another fall because the anatomy only identifies oneself. You can't tell the light not to know his own consciousness for the reason of the light at a point. So listen, there's no skinwalkers. You ain't gonna tell the light, listen, it's gonna be the only one to survive. Then you're gonna and then all type. No, that don't make no sense because now a person Now a person is telling it's like saying that you want the light to spoil itself, that it shouldn't have a conscience for some stink pussy and some stink cellular activity. Now I'm the literal emperor that made existence. I'm supposed to have pussy when I want pussy, and then another person, yeah, listen, you see me, you see how I am. I'm already okay if that's the case. If that's what you were thinking, then you keep your stink shit. I don't even want to. You keep your stink shit because it's like keeping your. I don't give a fuck about you. You know, I'll probably find a picture of you in a physical reality, and because you're not me that made existence, you'll probably be exposed. That's too bad for you. Good for you. And then now you think the other empresses are supposed to keep their secrecy. There's only supposed to be one man. Because the reason of why they have the inner condition of the humane existence of the other points of enlightenment of the is you have some stupid bitch that wants to be a makeup artist. She wants to be the Cambodian that wears all the empress's energies all the way to the top to bottom to be regarded as an empress, and then trying to buy time to turn the other empress mentality against them because she's gonna give them all the disease and then she's gonna die, and then she was like the pimp. She became the pimple of the body that everybody wanted. This must be the bitch at the same point of enlightenment that destroyed the universe and galaxies and solar system. That this was the reason of the fall of the pimple in the paradigm of time. And who would have caused that? A person that was also a black diamond empress, a black and brown jewel empress. That would have caused those type of situations in the physical reality. Because what? You tried to wear lights of sacredcy, and they were like the pimples that destroyed solar systems and galaxies, astrology and star constellations, and all type of situations at a point in time. And then they find the energy at a point in time, and then they try to re-put it on. And then next thing you know, all of that shit is gone. Another person said, re-put on. Yo, I didn't tell people to want to mind fuck an individual. Nigga says, yo, listen, man, a person wanted to an individual to consume everything. Other people was trying to find reasons to get me shot because they wanted to manipulate the physical reality and time to get rid of the reason of existence, so they could have had moments of stupidity and then thought everything was okay. No, fuck you and yo, listen, fuck you and die, man. You fuck you stupid bitch. Die with the shit that you want to see. You wanted your freedom with your stupid bitch. You fucking go to your stupid shit, your fucking boyfriend, whoever you were hollering at, whoever you felt like you had to comfort a certain type of way. It's like keeping a man blind for mad long years, and then comforting other men, and then not letting other people acknowledge. And then every time a man's acknowledged, you trying to confuse a man reality because they were mad, and then a man catch your head. Fuck you, die, bitch. I hope the energy force of existence, the matter of fact, the energy, the force of energy of existence. Matter of fact, the energy force of existence, correct, the first time. The energy force of existence literally murders and fucking kills you. I hope the Space Empress fucking collapses the reason of the acknowledgement of her force. I hope, and then another person, listen, there's a bitch on the recording that was already targeting an individual with certain types. And I was just listening to it. I'm going to continue listening to it later. Then on top of it, I hope the fuck you listen. I hope the energy force of life finishes an individual at a certain time. Imagine that type of situation. And then a bitch is trying to get over on individuals and just trying to fuck. And then you have a bitch that wants to a bitch that wants to finish all existence at a point because nobody should have an enlightenment. It's just like the people in Haiti that tried to manipulate the yo. You ever seen these people in Haiti? The Mushu people. They've been in Haiti so long, they don't know what to do when it comes to the economic system. It's so fucked up. They had to run. They you say I independent. I'm different, but they ran to America and trying to get to other countries because they don't want anybody to realize the reason why they collapsed the world and shit. Because of what? Because some nigga that tried to get out of Haiti that was just going there for pussy and on top of it living in Paris, Africa probably, or Europe or even in America or in probably in Asia by now. You probably have some next Haitian nigga. It's not even an Asian or Creole or Italian. You have some fucking Haitian nigga that hate change. You understand? Haitian niggas, and they already tell you they hate change. And then on top of it, they're using the Empress energy, and they're probably of a dark consciousness. That means they have dark matter, brown matter, and they're voiding this situation because they're not supposed to be wearing the Empress a certain type of way. And especially, they probably getting penetrated by people that's not even supposed to be penetrating the Empress atmosphere of a human condition, of the reason of a habitation. Listen, and then you have a pimple bitch that come through at the time helping the situation because the bitch the bitch, you gotta get rid of that fucking help and that stupid bitch that's causing that shit. I'm telling you something to prevent the stupid bitches that's trying to end the habitation and the atmosphere that's letting the wrong cellular activity go on the planet. Imagine a fucking bitch somewhere else trying to fucking do all type. And it's like imagine having meditation or a form of martial arts and then somebody trying to break through somebody's conscience a certain type of way because they're already wrong, they're already scared of the things that they already did. And then on top of it, you have an empress that was literally getting penetrated because she wanted to knock out all the other empresses because she didn't want to be controlled. So she became like a loose bacterial biohazard virus that had hostages, that caused hostages situations in the physical reality, and then wants to continue looking like the empress. And then when the other empresses are getting strength or something, she's scared because she wants them to all knock out, and she can control because of the magic and things that she knows, so she could be able to take advantage. And then the bitch that's probably doing this a certain type of way already probably manifested in the physical reality, in using her humane condition of her magic, knowing how to, it's like learning how to manifest in the physical reality for an individual could acknowledge them, and they've been penetrated and then thought it was okay. Or it's probably a son or a child. They tried to convince somebody to be a faggot or try to influence faggot behavior, and they didn't want the difference to have a pussy at the time. I just wanted to get fucked. I wanted to penetrate their mother because they wanted pussy, and it's like their probably excuse was, oh, they didn't know if they love men or if they love girls. Me, I love pussy. I love real ladies. Another man wanted to probably fuck dogs. People that demoralize themselves and say, yo, listen, the easiest way for niggas was getting pussy was niggas that was demoralizing themselves, fucking doing bestiality. Now, if you have a man out there that's doing something like that, you should stop that type of situation or try to prevent and do something to uplift your own consciousness when you see stupid people doing things, because that means that another person is going to fuck up another individual's atmosphere, and they're going to try to blame a person that's innocent because they were stink beings that had fucked up acknowledgement a certain type of way. And then on top of it, a person, the energy, remember, I'm a refiner, so I'm going to reflect even on my skin a certain type of way, that to know that there's a type of individual at them. You ever been around somebody and just catch a pimple out of nowhere, like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Why that pimple just, oh, I got around this person, they came around me with their stripper hair, weed, smelling all type of shit. It's like a chick laying her head on your pillow. They've done violated so many empresses. It's like when you put your face in the pillow, feel like an instant rash. Like you're gonna catch all type of pimples or instant rash, and you just get your skin start irritating. Like, what? Why the fuck is this happening? Oh, this bitch done violated mad. She done did mad oaths of sacredcy and just finished the empress, and she's like the void that should be in a black jewel herself, and then she just tried, and then she didn't want anybody realizing what was going on, and just trying to finish the empress. Hey, you wouldn't do your matter of fact, my nigga. Let me show you how real the situation is a certain type of way, right? I just received a fucking phone call. Now, right when I was saying that, my nigga, look at this phone call I received at this number. Yo, my nigga, you have somebody doing martial arts crying for help when it comes to their humane condition, and then on top of it is just trying to stop the person, and the person's like probably unstoppable in the physical reality a certain way because it probably keeps manipulating niggas. And then on top of it, by doing this, imagine you have an empress that's literally going out there with a humane condition of a habitation that's fucking up niggas' privacy. She doesn't respect her inner sacredcy, and then she just wants to go out there and have fun with other niggas and shit. It's just like what this nigga, this guy that was telling me the other day, this guy named Bill, said, the guy that's in the next room over here, he was like, yo, he was like, I'm just, he was joking, you know, I took it as, he shouldn't have been disrespectful when he said something like that, because I took it as something that should have never been said, because a person could be away, and then because of what somebody tried to learn, fucked it up, and another person doesn't have nobody. So it was like being a real empress, thinking that everybody in your humane condition would have been with you and loved you, and then come to find out those were the people that was gonna kill you and murder you and plot on you just to bring you down to the last minute and fuck you up. The nigga was like, "Oh, Hillary Clinton was a witch." I said, "Yeah, you know, in a way." When she said that, I said, "Nah, I don't believe it because that's a woman of wonderful and not honor of admiration, because even at a time they tried to even sabotage the reason of her presidency, because her point of acknowledgement of her existence, of her point of love, of her existence, of wanting to help people, already made moves and already had financial control. So another person tried to demoralize her, and it was evident because they brought down the Confederate flag during the time she was running for president. So they already tried to demoralize her. It was outside. It was another outside influence that was mad, that wanted her control of her financial status. And what was that? It was the individuals in Haiti. Because what? You know, during the earthquake, individuals wanted me to leave my cell phone that had from Haiti somewhere, because they wanted to know what was going on and breaking into all type of secrecy. But who did that shit in a certain type of situation? Where I was living around the Haitian men that wanted to get it in them. It's like having something, America having some, it's like having a cell phone in America and then somebody trying to steal an individual cell phone. I bought the cell phone back from Haiti, and then I was living around Haitian people, and then they made my situation of my living condition uncomfortable, so I would forget about the little cell phone I had that would seem like nothing to them. The little black cell phone that had the little orange and blue and the orange and green, or what was it? Yeah, orange and green writing when you type on it. And it had an orange screen but green writing. So you call people's screen was orange and it was green and you type on it. But it was black. What did they do? As soon as I got to the crib, they started, and I started having all type of dreams. The guy started speaking to me all type of ways. The guy tried to depress my reality. The guy was cooking some stink food. He brought some girl in the house, started having some stink sex. And when they started having sex, it was okay. But then after a while, it started smelling like shit. Like, yo, every time she came in the house and opened the leak, the nigga would leave the door open, and then he was sexing her and then just fucking up the atmosphere. It's so real that I used to have company, and he used to wait till the company come over. He used to leave the door wide open. This Haitian nigga in the back, he used to leave the door wide open and just start really fucking her and do all types of shit. And then I was like, yo, you know something? I can't believe this type of situation. Because I'm looking at this situation and I'm like, two people that shouldn't even be together in a humane condition that's trying to cause a fucked up chemistry of the physical reality. These are two people that didn't honor this astrological tree when it came to value. And even when it came to acknowledgement of one's conscience. Fucking up and doing all type of things wrong in a humane condition. Then an individual says, oh, what the fuck was an individual doing? So then a nigga does something like that, and then he fucked up reality. And then on top of it, then they were trying to depress me to make me feel like I should kill myself. So I almost died in that house that time. They made almost, I couldn't even open my eyes at the time. These individuals living in the house, yo, I was around these individuals that never happened to me before. There was a point in time I came out, so I couldn't even open my eyes. Like, I took some medication that this doctor gave me around these individuals from Queens. They gave me the medication in Queens, in Hillside. Yo, my dude, I got home, I took that medication, I tried to open my eyes. My eyes were hurting and I couldn't open my eyes. I was like, yo, my God, yo, listen, it was so serious. There was something going on outside so so much black people looked like they were following me. When I was opening my, I was like walking in the street going like this, trying to hold open my eyes. You see black people following me, talking and doing all type of shit, and then doing all type of things, all type of fucked up things, laughing and all type. I literally walked to the store with my eyes closed in the streets like I was blind. I walked to the store, my nigga, with my eyes closed, and I bought some water. I bought some other little things I needed for myself. Came back to the house, and I started splashing my eyes a certain type of way. And then on top of it, then I went and got some other medicine for my eyes, so it could treat my eyes, so it could ease the way my eyes was feeling. And then I opened my eyes. Another person said, "What happened?" I'm like, probably a fucking genie empress and probably granted some other bitch the wrong type of acknowledgement, or some other people the wrong type of acknowledgement that just wanted power. Probably probably Jasmine coupled and did some old type of magic. The nigga probably already had the niggas on the run, hiding and doing all types of things, and then manipulating the physical reality and trying to do identity theft. And then the magic, he's not supposed to have a form of magic, and then the nigga just just trying to manipulate everybody. And then you have how many people probably had certain things of magic, like from a certain calendar, and then manipulating people because at a time if we dishonor the calendar, what is the people trying to get forms of value, of miracle, of the reason of acknowledgement of the higher conscience when they already were doing wrong, and then you can't have a magic that want to do wrong and fuck up the reason of a miracle. Get the fuck out of here. So you have certain people that was already violating the humane condition. Probably have some genie emperors that was wanting individual to go blind, or because me being the one, a man of education, and a man that knows the reason why uh 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 how can I say this? One's crusades of one, and they call me. They be like, who's it? They be like, yo, Ralph is cross. Ralph Gr is fucking born. Jason Bourne. They said Ralph Gr's cross. Like the person was saying, yo, listen, this international light system, even of international security, been trying to tell and warn the government, like, yo, listen, Ralph Gr is the literal James Bond, um, uh, 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 what you call it, J- Jason Bourne cross, uh, you know, the individual and born supremacist, the one that calculates everything, that tells you this person did this person did that, this person did this, telling you this, that, at a point of acknowledgement. Because why? At the time, when I was going through these things, the government labeled me a certain type of way, and they were supposed to already pay me. They were supposed to know about the situation of schizophrenia, and then and then on top of it, individuals and the government light system was already saying, "Yo, listen, this nigga educated. This is the one that educated international security. This is the one you need. Don't need nothing else. Other shit is just fucking you up, trying to get your money. If that happens, don't worry about it. Just all you gotta do is pay attention to me and don't worry about it." Same thing when I was Edgar Case, because we had other people talking about some Nostradamus that was watching me, trying to he called himself Nostradamus because he wanted to be a Nazarene that wanted to create the Christ situation. He was gonna spy on an individual, watch me, and then he was gonna try to fuck up the pattern I was moving in because he wanted to be me. He wanted to be the Jason Bond. He wanted all the weird, the excitement, the pussy. So for him to live for the moment and to fuck up the Mings, the era calendar and other calendars, he had to live for the moment. So he had to create the path that they were watching. You remember how people were trying to foresee what Christ's path was gonna be? The same thing with me, because in the paradigm, I had to save Christ from that type of situation. Because this is the real, I was literally John the Baptist. I had to, when I knew they were gonna fuck his life up, I had to go and save his life in the paradigm. Then you have individuals that was already trying to watch me, and I'm the real Nimrod, and I'm the real Santa Claus. Other people was trying to steal gifts. People, you have bad children that wanted gifts at a time, and they didn't deserve the gift, and then they had to learn about life, and then they want gifts, and then on top of it, then they were trying to destroy an individual's household and get his finances. Yo, I had so much so many wives, and they realized, yo, this is me, this is my husband. Once they realized that, the nigga's trying to say, oh, this empress did this empress did that. Salem her situation, or make her go crazy if they could Salem and make her say it was some witch, she did some old evil shit. She didn't do no evil shit. Those were vindictive people that entrapped her situation. And the same thing that was going. What was it? The bar when I went to go save Christ one day when he was born. I came up. I followed the reason of the enlightenment of myself and said, "Oh, where is my gonna be this child?" Got to the barn with two other people, and then I'm like, "Wow, this nigga's in the barn around animals. Look at what this is right here. These animals are looking at the individual. But look at what this is right here. This shit, this shit is gonna be. They looked at Christ like, yo, he's gonna be the Will Smith. The Will Smith of the end of the world of the reason. You ever seen the movie Narnia, or the movie with the zebra, and then you went to New York and it was driving, and, or they said Christ was gonna be the Will Smith, the Will Smith that was gonna cause the end of the world. You remember when the movie with Will Smith, when he had the girl on the table, he said, "I got the cure," and then the people didn't care about the cure; they just wanted the pussy. Like, yeah, the pussy, and they was just trying to break through. They were listen, in the movie, they were shattering the light. They were shattering an element of a light, a clear element that was protecting them, just to get to the pussy, just for a chick. Or you over here, you got this chick in the basement, you giving her drugs, and you waking up, you see you changing her, you made transition, you gotta change her back to how she's being. What the fuck? You trying to break through. I'm like, give me the bucket, give me the pussy. Yo, that shit had so much dual reality allegory in it. If you wasn't smart, you wouldn't have realized it. A person like that made the wonderful movie, but the people that played at it and the end result, fucked up the movie, because what they showed you in the end of the movie is that mathematics. It was a chick that just wanted a daughter and just didn't want to get and just imagine if the chick was a nigga that just said he was gay, and a man that looked so feminine, he just wanted the last piece of pussy, and then he just wanted to go take it somewhere so he can have his own little habitation while they experimented on a certain Pearson astrological tree to bring them down, because they were causing the end of their planet, and then it was playing on the digital system. Would that have been the situation? Only certain people would ever know, right? Then have a man, another man showing you there's somebody out there. These individuals ended up colliding because their viciousness of the disease of their physical reality, and then have another man out there that literally almost sacrificed his life, that they tried to break through his acknowledgement at a point. And it was like the man out there was like the pure glass, the pure glass of what they tried to shatter for 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 uh for the acknowledgement of like, it was like the nigga was the shield that's trying to keep everything in separated and segregated because of the animalistic behavior, and then the niggas ended up colliding and causing the end of the a point of existence, and then the light shattered, and then a person says, "You see that?" Then you have Will Smith in the sequences. Did that happen this time? At time, did you see that? Did you see if the movie played a certain type of way? If he did, and Rockland and Church spoke about it, then people trying to get. Yeah, I remember what happened. This is something. It's like the Jewel Empress seeing so many different outcomes of the physical reality on some pre-crime, or some pre-crime situation, and then individuals are scared of her because of certain things that she's seeing, and then she's saying this happened, and this happened, and then on top of it is a person that's showing their child the lessons of life in some way, but another person just wanted to know their regimen. Look at this. I was walking outside also, right? Look at this. And let me show you what another person did there. Another person said, "What happened?" I said, "Yo, listen. It's just like let me show you something. You know what caused things like this? Indiana Jones. You remember one time in the movie Indiana Jones, he said he went to some cave or something, right? And before that person was able to get up, he knew some form of history, but he just told people something and they just didn't really care about what he did. He was like, yo, this person didn't agree with this person, so this person shouldn't be alive at this time. And then he finished that person so they wouldn't ever manifest in their magic a certain type of way. And then they had a magic regimen for them to manifest at a time. Indiana Jones finished it. And you remember Indiana Jones did all crystal skulls, all so and so. Then you had the Angelina Jolie individual. Listen, an individual of the hierarchy of life somewhere lost that is everybody's dad, and like Angelina Jolie's dad, and then next thing you know, couldn't manifest in the physical reality because other people wanted the man's acknowledgement. It's just like the movie with Rags Edge Blade and Shield when they played the Covenant. When they played a form of the Covenant and stuff, and then other people were scared about the situation because they knew. You remember the four that had the Covenant, and then they didn't want the fifth one because they were like the fifth one was the one that was bad because they tried to be real good boys and played good boys to a certain regimen. So when the other one got up, they were causing vindictive situations in his life that it caused him just to be on some real gangster shit. And on top of it, because they didn't want another individual getting up because those are individuals that look like rags and brilliant shit probably could have been the 10 astrological jewel empresses failures that not acknowledged a point of a jewel of the jewel empress, and they just were fighting for her power and acknowledgement at the time, and that was ruining her human condition because they were going around having sex. And if you notice in the movie, individuals had the fucked up relationship because there was a guy in the movie that was supposed to that was supposed to be with this girl and that was with the girl, and then you had the mother that was raising him to sacrifice to kill himself because he shouldn't have she didn't want the dad to be like she wanted to sign him. She wanted him to do something funny with his powers for the son could get his power because she just wanted some new dick to survive in him. She was trying to cause a confusion of the dad consciousness to to give us give her a power so he could have sacrificed himself and she could have some dick to survive, some money and finances, and then it would have been listen. That movie was so funny that was gonna kill her anyway already. She was like, the nigga then abused her physical, was in the house, and all type of funny outlook. That was a funny. I couldn't even call it hilarious. That was a funny comedy. It wasn't a hilarious comedy. It was a funny comedy. Another person had wonderful. It could have been wonderful entertainment, wonderful entertainment, but it wasn't hilarious. It wasn't wonderful. It was a funny comedy because a person says, "Why do you say hilarious comedy?" Because what you need to know just to be able to get it with just funny, hilarious entertainment. It's just like I can't even tell you. Another is something wonderful about so much level. I just only one I have to tell you. Then another person is like, oh, this one. You have people at certain sequences that's waiting to mind fuck individuals certain type of way because their ignorance at a time. It's just like one time I went to the guy over there inside in the next room. I've been telling you these type of things without even having to say it when I was in New York, and I'm not supposed to be in New York anyway because there's a reason why I wasn't supposed to acknowledge certain things because I didn't want to talk around certain speak around certain dark matter. But if you have dark matter a certain type of way, that's too bad for you and shit. I'm just letting individuals know of refinement a certain type of way to refine their kind of consciousness and too bad. I've been getting headshots so much that you had some people that was already trying to fuck up. Then and I've been already getting headshots to recover empress within a certain type of way. Then you have stupid empresses that are fucking manifesting a physical reality, or then manifesting a physical reality at places. They just wanted to murder this situation anyway because they already know the things that they really did wrong, and then they already fucked up the humane condition of the habitation, spoiled the inner intent because they were already scared of the other empress because they wanted to do the mushu shit like they were wearing her acknowledgement like a fucking another person was wearing her acknowledgement like a fucking coyote mask. And then they were mad that like, oh, Roz will be getting up. Roz gonna come up and he's gonna be like, why is this bitch got this on? Or what caused this situation? Or why is this bitch so and so? And then they wouldn't be able. You remember the movie with King Arthur? Morgan Le Fay. What did she do wrong? She was an ugly bitch that wanted to look pretty. Then the sorcerer said, oh, I'm gonna make you look pretty here. You can look like this. Used her magic. It's like, listen. It's just like using a form of magic that fucks up the real reason of one's sacredness, of one's sacredness. Once you do something like that, it's fucked up because it's like defiling the magic at a level for some stupidity. It's like it's like it's like a chick that's barren in time that tries to come to me not to be barren and stuff. Like, oh, I know Nice is not paying attention. You know, I just want a baby. The single wanted to give me a baby. He shouldn't have gave me a baby a long time ago. I'm just, she's fighting for a baby and shit. Or you have some dark matter, brown matter chick that just knowing that I'm a refiner and doesn't know nothing about reflection or refining of jewels. And then next thing you know, trying to get a baby. And then I make wonderful situations within an astrological tree on a higher level and they know what to deal with it. And then you have a chick that's just, and the empress letting go of certain situations a certain type of way and then causing fucked up human conditions. And then it's okay because in a way she controlled her habitation, but how about a fucking stupid bitch that's a real empress that manifests that just want to go hang out with boyfriends? Imagine an empress is just a certain thing like a chick that's a point, like a point of acknowledgement, a watcher, and then she over there getting in relationships with men, finger popping her, putting fingers in her. Imagine Mushu dogs or people doing demonic magic, like dog magic, putting their hands in. Imagine if somebody breaks the sacred consecration around, and then certain people's not supposed to be on the land, and it's moved after that. And then you have some chick that's around, other niggas just trying to break through because they want to go fuck up because they 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 were doing demoralizing magic, sticking their fingers in her, and then trying to demoralize her at the same time. Like, oh man, all day you on your all fours, dirty hands and dirty feet, and this is the way you get by. So you're used to dishonoring the reason of existence. Another person said regarding the privacy. No, you wasn't regarding the privacy. Because you had dogs that was turning into dogs used to jump into the bed, fuck niggas girls while they wasn't home and doing fucked up things. So you had a nigga demoralizing because that's demonic magic. You gotta know what it is. It's not certain points of sacredcy of the scorpion count. That's literally demonic magic. That's like trying to overskip something that doesn't want to be a certain type of way at a level to be looked upon. That's like a person doing funny things at a level it's like trying to skip a point. Trying to be something you're not a certain type of way and then disregarding the situation. A person says you do something like that, you gotta know the reason, and if you carry on and you do it to innocent people, then you already fish, you're already wrong. It's just like what's his name? Orbis from the pyramids, the dog, the nigga that fucked up. Oh man, you don't remember the other nigga? The nigga fucked up, and then he was with Sheba and shit. You know what I'm saying? The rat nigga with Sheba and shit. The reason why one of the original reasons why they tried to headbust Abel, and then tried to watch Abel, and then caught, and then tried to in a paradigm and time sequencing with that nigga Anubis. You would have seen them literally probably. Anubis got killed and murdered. Like, Anubis was finished in the physical reality. He couldn't do certain things, and that's how it's always going to be. Even an atom would be able to escape from his entrapment, and then so I was always going to be in the physical reality before an individual of stupidity fucks up a real point of enlightenment. But, it shows you, and even in his sequences, if you look at it, you will see them have a trapping sequence. You would see them have like some type of trapping secrecy. Matter of fact, look at this. I told you watch Omega Code, right? That was dealing with me, Ralph and Jr. Some people was watching Da Vinci Code, right? And we don't, Dun Vinci, Von, Von, Chi, Don Von Chi. Von, Von, 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 Chi. You know, Don Vinci. He said Don. He said you could say the Don. The if you know the reason of I'm not even explaining to you, but another person was already trying to sell off Asian the Chicon niggas, your Chicon, your whore transportation. Oh, this one didn't go to me. This one went and fuck with other niggas, sell this off to the other nigga, and let this other nigga fuck it up. This already fucked up. This is a stupid bitch that's just gonna fuck up niggas reality. Don't let it come back. Then she come, oh, no, nigga, do it again. Understand that like you're on drugs on casino. Like, oh, you got an empress on casino and shit. She's just here to spy on you like an assassin and shit, right? She just everything could happen, and then regardless doesn't like the bitch. Like, yo, you just keep fucking up niggas' reality a certain type of way. So, man, you doing wrong. You not helping. And then you have one that's tormented like Salem. You have one that just want to fuck up people's reality because she's mad at individuals getting because she fucked up because she fucked up the humane tradition of the habitation of the other empresses because she didn't want to be controlled. The other empresses can't be let loose because she has a Kaibodi master and she's trying to learn her. Imagine a chick just trying to, after I'm gone, she's trying to learn her education to certain empresses on a higher level, trying to break through the reasons of her secrecy of her own consciousness because she wants to be the empress. And then there's only one man that's supposed to return as a star being because all the rest of them already fell. And the man that's supposed to be, the one man is me. And the reason for that is because the fact is I'm the one that's supposed to make sure that certain of them become star beings at another time to raise up a certain empress that was certain things was going on that people haven't seen in a long time in existence. Then you have empresses that manifest that wanted boyfriends. Like, oh, I'm gonna go. I didn't make no empress to sacrifice herself. I made an empress, and I secured the empress for a time being, so she wouldn't have to sacrifice herself to give up her points of sacredcy within her that would have fucked up her conscience. You don't know nothing about my education, you stupid bitch. Shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of here, you black bitch. You fucking black Jew bitch. You fucking void bitch. You know, I'm telling you. And then you have a chick. It's like blaming Luna. It's like blaming Luna for being black. Luna wasn't black. She was just a dark. She was a dark depth of blue energy. So what the fuck you talking? You blame Luna for? You thought Luna was black, right? That's too bad for you. You know, she didn't even realize her own situation a certain type of way at the time. Then on top of it, it's like the bitch saying she go. If she turned purple, then she went sour. That's it. It's just like yo. I told. Matter of fact, let me show you something. If I still have it here, a certain type of thing. No, I got it. It was a blueberry bag of some blueberry bagels or something, and them shits turned purple. The bagels were purple. The bagels were purple, and then they were supposed to be blueberry because you buy blueberry bagels, you're gonna see the blue around it. It's gonna be blue. It's not gonna be a purple. This shit was turning purple and shit. And then look at this. Purple's like a form of saying that you don't need the love in a certain type of way. Like forget the love. You don't need the love in all type of ways and stuff like that, right? Because a person's gonna be super honest. Alright, I'm super honest. I don't need the love a certain type of way with certain ignorant individuals, but I do need the love. And to show you how real this is. Look at that. Another person's looking and like, what? Yeah, I had some fucking organic. No, what is this? Hold on, let me look in this in the light. North Brothers Trading Company. North Brothers. You ever seen Boss Fights? You ever seen the movie Boss Fights? I was starring in this movie called Boss Fights, and I got hurt in the back of my neck at a time, right? Let me show you something. I got hurt in the back of my neck at a time, and in the paradigm of time, another person's wondering, how did you get hurt in the back of the neck? Because some empress didn't realize what to do in the physics, in the physical reality, and then she had somebody hurt me that wasn't an empress in the physical reality. And then when that happened, I'm like, yo, this chick probably done killed the empress. Because I looked at her like at the time like, do you think the chick killed the empress or something? And then she over here jumping around all type of ways for power. What did she do to achieve this power and stuff? And then I looked at her like, oh, I gotta deal with that situation to find out what's really going on in a certain place. And then it was a wrap after that. The Mexicans and the Mexican individuals, Hispanic individuals got scared, especially the Mings, because they knew I was their dad and how I would react to a situation. They knew how I'd react to a situation. Did you really take a look at the tattoo on the back of my neck? You should really take a look at it. A man even said, yo, I'ma just watch a situation a certain type of way. Another person said, now just leave the tattoo. Like, no. This shit is linked to a certain type of way, and then I just gotta make sure. I'm a man that's very educated when it comes to the physical reality. I don't play around when it comes to education. So, I'm just serious the way you watch certain things a certain type of way because I tell individuals at a time I have empresses of certain empresses I'm supposed to call in the physical realm on their precise planet, and they can't be on another person's planet at a time a certain type of way because it's just like the other chicks that are fought that I told you I didn't like. I had to get rid of them bitches, like on their planet, because they're not supposed to be in existence. The other empresses are supposed to make sure they have that in check before that. Not only check to give them value money, I mean to have it in check so these bitches don't fuck up value money or existence or come around me in a humane condition or manipulate the metaphysical higher consciousness to be around me. Because it's only supposed to be certain empresses a part of my social economic education or sacredcy of inner points of enlightenment according to certain times, and they're not a part of the situation. Because the time I came back to recover, from the time I would have been woken up, they're not even supposed to be even in existence in the physical reality. It's supposed it was gonna go all the way to the future and beyond before they even came in existence in the physical reality. This way, it would have been I would have already knew about the situation, handled it, and nobody would ever have to worry about it. But the situation called for to know certain things a certain type of way that was calling for the exposure of certain higher education and acknowledgement that was going to cause the end of the physical reality. Yo, listen, there's a nigga in the hallway that's cooking some type of situation a certain type of way. Bill, Bill, what was that you were cooking? Bill, what was that you were just cooking?
Huh?
What was that you were just cooking?
What was what?
The food I'm smelling. What type of food is that?
Turkey.
Oh, you gotta be careful. It has. I know the chemical. You use a different chemical for the turkey or something. Or you gotta be careful that turkey. If you baste it, that means it had a certain basin it wasn't supposed to have. It was supposed to have a certain type
You
of
read
basin.
the alarm go off?
Yeah, I did actually. That's why I got up.
Goddamn thing. Yeah, turn the heat off in that building.
Yeah.
You want to put this one down?
Uh huh.
The heat.
Uh huh.
Shuts off the alarm. You have to go all the way up there.
Uh.
I did it once. I came back here. Just did it again. It happens.
Yeah.
Ghost in the machine.
Listen, when that happens, stuff like that, so especially, you're not supposed to smoke in the room, but it's just like, the if the alarm goes off for the food or for the smoke or what is it? It goes off for the food or the smoke. Which one is it?
It just goes off.
Oh,
Because it wants to.
oh man. Sometimes it's good because something. I've been going outside and I've been.
It's good thing.
Yeah, I go outside. You ever been outside and you smell like they're burning houses or something somewhere? Man, you gotta be careful, man. Like another person. I'm very happy you got alarm systems in here because a person would never know the difference. The way they do that so casually, a certain type of way, a person would never know. It's like needing something to keep you precise to make sure that. Yo,
this thing's wired pretty good.
yeah, one night I went outside like 4 in the morning. Yo, it sounded like there was some super fire somewhere. Probably because of what's going on in California, and then smelling the situation that's going on in California. If the oxygen is traveling a certain type of way, probably is a difference. But I don't know if it's here or is it the fire was that bad in other places that caused that situation. That's,
All that plastic shit burning.
yeah. Another person, yo, let me tell you something, even of reflection, even at a time. A person will go through something a certain type of way and don't even realize it that they're reflecting from an individual a certain type. Yo, hey, Bill, I meant to ask you this. Bill, did you have other individuals from California come here at a time?
Huh?
Did you have individuals from California come here at a time?
Nothing more.
Oh.
They might all be coming here before long.
Because even in reflection and anatomy, certain people like the reason why you might be smoking.
Southern California is turning into a shit hole.
Listen, the reason why you might be smoking is because the people that you may came in contact with at a time, and then you cared about their human condition. That
You
caused
know,
you to
every
even
time
smoke.
you go out and read nanotechnology, you know what nanotechnology is? Nano?
Hmm.
It's, what is it?
A form of
20,
element.
no.
Uh,
It's 2,100 times smaller than the head of a pin. You can't fucking see it. It's so fine, you can't see it.
because it's for safety. It's for
That's what
security.
they're spraying. They spray every fucking day. You ever look up and see the plane spraying you like a fucking bug?
Well, some
That's what
people,
they're doing. They're spraying you like a fucking bug.
certain
And
people. No,
you're worried about cigarette smoke? You know what it's wow. The
Mhm.
nanotechnology, the shit that's in there,
Mhm.
is incredible.
Yeah.
The technology.
Yeah.
I gotta go burn them. I go outside. Yeah, it is. Basically, we're pretty far.
No, you can't look at it like that. That's it's wonderful. It's wonderful futuristic acknowledgement.
I know. It doesn't look good.
Well, for other people, you know. But this is certain situations I'm speaking about with other individuals a certain type of way because you have individuals at a time, right? You have individuals at a time that literally fuck up other individuals. Because another person ain't gonna be entering something a certain type of way when it comes to me, but you have an individual that come out their character it's just like what they did in Louisiana. You seen the people in Louisiana when they wanted to leave Louisiana and go to other social economic systems because they were tired of being in Louisiana because all this type of fucked up thing happened. It's because other people of a social setting of the social economics learned their humane condition to the empress a certain type of way with other Haitians, and they wanted to link up with other people a certain type of way because of what they knew, and they were comfortable with certain empress that made certain things happen for them. So they were already trying to doctor her situation to manipulate other people, other social economics to manifest some fucked up conditions in reality. It caused the world trade bombing. Those people in Louisiana, they caused the world trade bombing because the people that they sent to go marry at certain places because they wanted to get funding for other, you have other people. It's like being a drug dealer, an individual that's not working for the government. This is literally a street pharmacist drug dealer that's literally manipulating financial moves of drug dealing in the physical reality just for certain funding of the human condition. It's like sanitation. It's like sanitation individuals that end up working with sanitation. We want to open up a company, stuff like that. But then a person that probably was a drug dealer, an individual selling the emperor sacredcy that's already spoiling the human condition of the earth. Then on top of it, you have me, like, even look at me, the movie Illegal. Listen, I'm the Illegal Tender movie because I'm the real Bill Gates. I'm the real one that did the Microsoft company for individuals funding in a physical reality. A person says, "How would you say something like this?" Let me show you something. I have pants. Look at this. I'm gonna show you this. Then I'm gonna show you something else. I showed you already. Another person wants probably my outfit and my clothes. Yo, you probably have a nigga that just want to wear my clothes. A lot of individuals at a time. That just probably I have to leave to go to New York, so another person don't want me carrying my luggage. Another person just wants me to leave the house and leave my clothes so he could probably do some funny shit. Look at this. This note is a is legal tender for all debits, public and private. July 4th, 1776. You know, I don't want the independence. The reason why of independence because I made the digital light system. I made the literal digital light system, and then on top of it, I'm the real Bill Gates. I'm supposed to be traveling all over the world at a time. I'm not traveling all over the world. I have other individuals that want to be stand-ins for an individual that been lying to other social economic individuals, and then all type of things are happening in all type of ways, and then I'm over here just literally doing my own thing, and then I'm trying to recover from what individuals because individuals are mad. I'm the original. If you watch Transformers, the cartoon, I'm the original Orion Pax, the original Orion Pax himself. Who are your right back? Then his girlfriend on the side. Oh, this and that. He was the one. And then the nigga like, oh yeah, okay. She doesn't care about her education. She thinks she's gonna be a certain type of way. This is a chick. Another person says, "Look, I'm like, listen, I'm getting shipments, and then she wants to be here to see the shipments a certain type of way of the physical reality." And then another individual is wondering about a situation. I'm like, I'm at work, and then she wants to look at shipments. She's enjoying what an individual did for her a certain type of way, and another individual is just thinking about the revenue and the income and the value of the things that he needs to validate so he can get real shipments from other places to show you that he's economically structured for the future. It's like Lex Luger and all type of individuals just plotting and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do a skull and bones. I'm gonna get a pussy. I'm gonna have all type of things when the future comes." But my dad is not gonna be around. The nigga said I can't be around with in the future a certain type of way. He can't remember because I'm gonna be in Wonder Woman. And the nigga had plans with other niggas. Other niggas is like the Louisiana niggas, drug dealer niggas. Yo, you got this over here, so and so. I'm making moves over here. I got connections with this nigga. Yo, we're gonna go to this nigga crib. We're gonna have a party at this nigga crib. And then next thing you know, all it is financial drugs that people selling the forms of secrecy, and then of acknowledgement that's supposed to heal individuals and doing funny things, and then you have other individuals with malicious intent that want certain things that is of probably of another type of secrecy or humane condition or probably regardment when it comes to international security, having families in certain ways or certain points of enlightenment concerning the human condition, or probably individuals of regardment of a social international security probably have the humane condition of the empress that's not supposed to be the humane condition, becoming football players, getting individuals probably injecting them with steroids, drugs that advances their humane condition and then cause the fall of international security because they're trying to be. You have individuals like manipulating. I used to be on it when I used to work. Let me tell you something. If I educated international security, if I was working for the DEA, imagine if you ever seen the movie Illegal Tender and I told you the man that got shot in the beginning of the movie is because individuals like, oh, he's a fucking cop, kill him, get him. And the niggas try to get at me in a certain type of way, right? And then on top of it, then individuals are wondering about the situation and stuff, and then say for instance, you know who I am, right? You know I'm the one. You like my picture on certain people with the beret, right? You ever seen a nigga have a beret on, and he said, "Yo, who is this dude?" And then I tell you, listen, I'm Hispanic himself. But anyway, don't worry about it. Hispaniola. The individual that gave the individual that gave Hispanic, Latin, and Latino people independence of their higher conscience freed them and gave them independence to be able to know about their higher consciousness of the physical reality before they framed me with the Dr. York situation in the Mushu calendar. So now, in Asia also, anyway, I don't even gotta tell you. But anyway, another person's, I living through history. I'm the literal glory living through history, my nigga. I'm glory himself, not glory the empress. I'm the literal glory himself. The fuck, listen, the conqueror of all existence, my nigga. And I'm living still, and other individuals are mad, my nigga. They're just mad because of who I really am naturally. So now, a person even in time, imagine this: you have an individual that's making drug deals happen, that's advancing individuals in their humane condition, trying to go against natural regardless. So you have individuals that's not natural into their humane condition that's being built a certain type of way. Because it's like a person, it's like a person framing somebody at a time. It's like shooting somebody, saying, well, we're gonna have to give this guy this a certain type of way. You gotta give him this money. If you took away something, you gotta give it back to that individual. Another individual listened to physics science and made a bad oath, and then you thinking you gotta give him back something a certain type of way. You don't gotta give nobody back nothing a certain type of way. Especially if you did a bad oath, and then you have to know that for sure, but you gotta find out about the situation. Certain things are classified and it's only for certain individuals of the real hierarchy to know, and me, because I'm the educator and the literal man that made the. Oh man, how many times I gotta tell you this, man? How many times I gotta explain this to you? I'm the original man that made the astral beyond the highest down to the inner points of enlightenment of all levels of physics, so everything of all sorts of economic education. All the reason of your humane condition, of your habitation, the reason of your living and existence. Me, Rafael Gr. So now imagine you have, and imagine this, imagine if you have somebody that's just putting some YouTube situation on, that's just trying to learn how to speak. That's just gonna try to manipulate. You ever seen that commercial? Oh, he been the commercial, the commercial guy, the guy in the commercial. You wouldn't believe how long I've been he been practicing. And the empress is looking at him like, yo, listen, this nigga actually, yo, no. Get the fuck out of here. That nigga just tried to lie on a nigga. Yeah, you gotta see the commercial. Then the other one picking up, and then the other one looking. And and then on top of when the empress is handling a situation, she's doing it a certain type of way because it fits her comfortability. And then on top of it, she might be suicidal or some Salem type shit because she has certain empresses that was already certain type of way that just want to die and doesn't care. And then on top of it, they knew a form of reality. And this one, it's just like the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where you had two chicks that came from a certain time sequence that experienced a new hierarchy in situations in life. And I said, yo, fuck this nigga, It's just like England, Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace. We're going ham on the pussy. 2 Chainz, we going ham. Oh, no, we going, no, Kanye West. We going ham. It was Kanye West because Kanye West was the one who stole Kim Kardashian jewel. And then on top of it, Kim Kardashian and them was already fucked up, but he tried to learn a certain part of their magic that made them so powerful that they weren't supposed to be around, and how come they were around? And those were people that was linking up with the four that I told you about, because they were just trying to find out sequences to cause the Black Empress to manifest in their physical reality that would have caused the finish and the end of all physical reality and the end of existence. And on top of it, a bitch I wouldn't have been with. Because Luna's not black. Luna's not black. She's like a dark blue. So imagine that, huh? Wow. And then on top of it, on top of the situation, then you have an individual in life, like say for instance, you have people from Louisiana that did the private funding for drug dealing, that's leading up to other individuals advancing their physics to the bad human condition and fucking up reality. And then on top of it, me getting shot, they want my rise. They want to make, listen, they want their revelations to come true where they said the Haitians helped the nigga. It wasn't Haitian. I'm an Icean. I'm a Creole. But the reason called the Icean because I am the eye of the higher regardment of the reason of the education of the human condition. I'm the head of the astrological tree. And I ain't animal. I'm just a literal different situation. But the zodiac science already tried to put an individual on the forefront
even concerning David and all type of other situations in certain types of ways. Because other individuals is watching individuals' legacy and lineage. Another person wanted to lose the legacy and lineage, and I never wanted to lose it. I wanted individuals to know about it. But another person was watching it a certain type of way to make it uncomfortable. It's like making somebody's life uncomfortable so they would move. So this way the person would get their form of acknowledgement a certain type of way. Same thing with Coney Island Hospital and Kings County Medical Facility and psychiatric facility, Coney Island Hospital psychiatric facility did, because the people in social economics wanted to incarcerate me at the time because certain people were coming around the social economic system that they didn't want to acknowledge me, so they could be able to manipulate them for their finances. Because if you have people voting for power and voting for presidency, that means you have a social economic group that is trying to advance a certain type of way, and they don't need certain type of influence because they want their funding. They want their fund. They want their fund and their dingling in, and then it's done. They don't care about nothing that's going on. And then on top of it, the individual that can save the humane condition, they don't want around because that person might save somebody that they already been trying to manipulate the reason of the humane condition to cause the kakarot on a planet. The fucked up ice galaxy habitation of other individuals' nervous system of a spread that's not supposed to be there. Another person says, why? You gotta know about the spread. You gotta know about the ice galaxy, man. You gotta know the reason of their humane condition a certain type of way. If you don't know the science behind their humane condition, you'll be fucked up. The first monkey that knew certain things about certain things, and that is, there was a monkey a long time ago of my wife's that escaped. That escaped and went into space, went to the planet, told did all type of things, and then on top of it, he was the fucked up humane condition of individuals, and he happened to go to a galaxy even where the monkeys were, and they were already looking humane and handsome a certain type of way. And then when the monkey got them, it was a low. It was looking like a Igor of the physical realities. And they go like, what the fuck is that? That was somebody no, didn't know love that tried to hide something a certain type of way. Said the excuse was, well, oh, that they were gonna die, so they had to send something to survive a certain type of way. That's fuck. They'll tell you that's all they ain't had. That's not all they had. That person did some old vindictive shit, and then a person just said, this is the shit you're gonna keep. And then when other people was coming around to see the evidence, they caused a social economic brawl and an uproar just to get rid of the situation. Send it to another a person doing funny metaphysics and mythology, trying to fuck people up in voodoo and mythology. Oh my God! Wow! Oh man! He's like, ooh, who fucked up value? Oh wait! He said, do. Oh shit! Oh man! Another person says, "What happened?" I said, "Look, I gave the Ice Galaxy an idea one day. I said, yo, listen, you have something that you have an outhouse. You slide in like a kitty litter. You shit there. You take it and you go bury it in a certain form of a certain economics and nourishment for a certain science." My son that knew how to cure and treat the ground, because when I gave him that idea, they were just doing it literally. You had to know how to treat the situation and the chemistry to refine the humane condition of their planet. You can't have one stinking foundation. And you're on top of it, you got to make sure that it has certain type of habitat, atmosphere of the of the natural conditions of the atmosphere that treat the the nutrients within it to revive so it never goes to waste a certain type of way for individual survival or for individuals gone for a certain time being. And then I taught my son this education for he could be able to refine it. When I seen that they didn't know what they were doing, I moved the situation because I said, yo, listen, this is how you're going to do it. And I put them somewhere that they didn't have to worry about the situation because I then treated and handled the situation and then did all type of other things a certain type of way. Another person wanted to go in the system and wanted to do all type of biohazard foundation when it came to the atmosphere and then wanted to do something a certain type of way, and then I said, yo, you know, certain people know too much martial arts to be want to be fucking up the reason of the foundation of the earth that'll cause a falling leaves, and then they'll be raking all day. So I said, no, you know something? You're gonna have to know how to handle the situation in case this happens, because this is gonna be the responsibility for individuals. Because you have people that know a form of martial arts that's gonna be trying to be like rogues or star rogues is gonna try to end the physical reality of existence. And when you see those are individuals that are spiteful, devious of the physical reality, and then they're gonna do fucked up things. So be careful, because that person knows a form of martial arts, but what they're working, there'll probably be excuses of what's going on for a certain person in a humane condition, and secretly they'll be probably funding that person another type of way, so they could be in existence fucking up other people's reality that never been fucked up, because the things that the choice that they already made doing that type of martial arts and doing it for the wrong reason. And then on top of it, they'll get with people that are probably manipulated at a time the humane condition of physical reality, because they want to have some type of form of love and sex. Because it's like, imagine having a chick that just want to sex some next nigga somewhere, and doesn't want nobody and doesn't want nobody to realize why she wants to sex some next nigga, because she fucking up the empress humane condition. And then it's like the empress finger popping herself, and then her son just like, yo, I need to fuck, man, I need to fuck, and all type of stuff. And then when he goes to go have sex, this chick is not supposed to be dealing with nobody, and then she goes have sex secretly with the nigga, and then fucks up the humane condition of the empress, and then that empress no longer could be able to have immaculate conception at a point for her human condition that helps her certain situation a certain type of way. And then on top of it, when a man's viewing it to regard it, a man's like, nah, I don't want that situation anyway, so fuck out of here. You know, you already killed the reason of the higher existence. That thing was too sacred. You were one of the people. It's like one of the empresses having something so sacred that they fuck it up, and then the man says, nah, I don't want it no more. Get out of here. Yo, that turkey basin the nigga cooking is like somebody put some herpes chemistry slightly in that shit, or herpes chemistry slightly in a situation, and then that will cause that reaction. Another person's wondering about the situation, and I'm like, yo, listen, if you have individuals already that was already in Asia, sacrificing and killing themselves, cooking funny food in all type of situations, and you have Arabian niggas that finance and have money that been chasing Bin Laden all over the place, and then you have an individual like me that never had, I've been around Mushu, and they never cooked that type of fucked up chemistry a certain type of way to feed me, and not even in my own household. That means, I don't know, I know this lady may have gave me certain things in life that I never liked, and for a reason she may not know. Like, this lady used to make certain food for me. Oh, you gotta eat this also, this and the other. And then I'd be like, nah, I don't want it and stuff. And then she'd be like, you put it in your mouth. And then they used to water up in my mouth, and I don't want it. I don't want to eat this. This don't taste good to me. I'm not supposed to eat this. I'm spit it out. Then she wondered what's going on. And then even my empress at the time was like, even on me, watching me a certain type of way, she'll realize, and she said it's not good for a human condition, because the person what they're trying to give me, it was wrong for what they tried to give me at the time that was going to fuck me up. So she's like, spit it out. I'm like, no, I don't want it. It's just like when I went to Raphael Lane, and Raphael Lane had this girl that he was living with, and he moved in while I was in Atlanta. She wanted me to move out, so when I moved to Florida with them, a certain type of way, and was staying there for a little while, because they're not moving, but I was staying there with them for a little while, and the bitch tried to mix it's like the same type of food. It was some natural, it was some natural food called legume. It was cooked, it was legume, but it was cooked a certain type of way, and then it was disgusting. And then I ate the food and stuff, and when I ate it, I had like a reaction. It was like it's like the nigga said, oh, he wanted to check if I could eat poison, if I would have died if I eat poison, and he would be like, oh, then you okay? You one of those people that's mighty in strength. The nigga wanted information from an empress, so he didn't want me to be with a certain chick because he went and got the information. He fed me the food, I threw it up because he knew my regimen, so he probably wanted the spies or individuals watching this a certain way. I threw up in the middle while we were driving. I was feeling so sick. I said, yo, pull over. I I can't just be here. I'm like, I feel sick. The food that you gave me had made me catch a certain reaction that caused a certain type of chemistry imbalance because of the way the individuals is moving. So I'm like, yo, listen, these people not even supposed to be together. They probably did some old crazy shit. This nigga probably got some old next type of shit going on, or it's probably the social atmosphere got some so much underground fucking humping and fucking hostage pussy and all type of situations because they've been getting rid of the natural population because these individuals probably living like cannibals and savages that came from Louisiana because at the time individuals from Louisiana was trying to move all over the world. They were trying to come to Atlanta and that why did that happen in Atlanta? Because of what they did to me when I was in Atlanta and Dr. York. When I was Dr. York when they knew me as Dr. York, they said, why did they call you Dr. York? Because I was getting rid of them Yorkies. You know, your little Yorkies, your little dogs, your little demonic dogs that was fucking everything up in everybody's reality and they didn't want nobody knowing the humane science when it came to dogs and all type of situations. And I was knew that the dogs were off. And I was like, well, this is some type of magic. My wife be doing a certain type of way and at a time for her certain senses. And then people that do certain things. And my wife, she be real a certain type of way with certain things, and she'll let you know acknowledgement. You know, you gotta watch the Hercules cartoon, the way she be turning people into, you know, a certain type of way. And I stopped being with her because she started abusing her magic. Yo, you listen, you're leading to animalistic, you're one of the people that's leading them to animalistic and human conditions that's not healthy for the higher consciousness. Not even scorpions do that type of shit. Like, you would do something like that. It's like a scorpion going to a cupid trying to get something to clean out his box, and then he can't clean out his box and get mad, and then he just goes and want to let the chemistry go certain place. So yeah, I don't got money for this and this and fuck that. You know, and then get this. What? What you mean? Yo, get the fuck out of here, man. You know, then a person wonder, or it might be a certain chick. It's like the Asian people. You ever had a person that does the Asian element or Asian science to the human condition of the higher empress, and then she goes and vents off, and when she's venting off, she find out she had some type of sexual disease or something a certain type of way, and what caused it? Because she went and while the emperor was recovering, or before I was recovering, she tried to cover up a crime she committed sexual act with somebody else using the energy just to get a point of acknowledgement and then tried to come sit by a nigga like she was like Friday, like the chick from Friday with Ice Cube. Oh, no, I just want to be, I can't call you. Making all type of noise and all type of shit and then trying to kill an individual because the nigga trying to chase it. Get the fuck out of you, dumb bitch. Just like your Armani, your Siobhan Sworns, and the chicks that look like her a certain type of way. And then the individual that keeps on doing the type of situation that's causing it at a level is the individual that gave me the tattoo, the individual that's scared of the Mings, that is the point of the Mings that keep fucking up and just wants to excuse because it's just like Dean and Sam, you know, individual Dean and Sam, and then on top of it, they said the Winchesters. Why do they call it the Winchesters? Because them niggas are sanitation niggas that just want dollhouse. Niggas that doesn't give a fuck about an individual. They're like, oh, you want a dollhouse? You know, they want pussy. They just want to run around and provide pussy for individuals. They got used to the Mushu gangster life because other people made them see like it was cool. Demoralized their consciousness. They're supposed to be of more sacrecy than they go around hunting, just trying to survive. They get so used to it. Now they're being flamboyant with their situation. Now they might end up a fucked up in a humane condition. Another person, oh, this and other. What are you telling me? If you look at my regimen, I'm all Scorpions, you know. And also I educated all Scorpions except for certain Scorpions. Another person says, what are you speaking about? I don't want to speak about it, you know. Another person realized I was an ice Scorpion also, and then they didn't like that. So, you know, it wasn't fair for me to be an ice Scorpion and they were fucked up. And then when I gave the Empress, the Black Scorpion Empress, back her magic, the bitch in Kings County, she was in Kings County, she was staying in Kings County medical facility, and those are the people that tried to kill me. Why? Because when I took the Empress, the Black Scorpion Empress magic away, she got mad and said, oh, you listen, this nigga took my magic away. I'm sure about the situation. I don't know, you know, she got mad at because she was gonna be an empress, and then she was like, damn, this is the real Most High. If this nigga wake up, he's gonna be mad at me. I gotta get rid of this nigga somehow, fuck up the situation so people wouldn't realize what was going on with this nigga, and then they just leave the church from coming around with this nigga. And then on top of it, the scorpion calendar that did it was resided on a natural element empress of the higher earth that was causing the situation. So it's because it was her regiment that did it. It was because something that they did a certain type of way. That means they fucked over the love astrological tree, and they fucked over the natural value and currency astrological tree. Probably some bad pussy or some money or two people that weren't supposed to be together. And then you start looking at the Ice Galaxy. You have Ice Galaxy Fantasy. Then everybody start promoting. Your Haitians will start voting your Ice Galaxy Fantasy and all little fantasy individuals that want to be together, that they want to see in love, because these are Aphrodite's homegirls. Well, you should be with him. Your husband can't. Leave your husband and go be with this nigga. This is the nigga that you should be with. So because they were trying to tell her earlier, this is gonna be identity theft, bitch. If you don't do this, there's gonna be some super serious gangster shit that's gonna go on. And then you just that, and then, oh no, I don't want to be with this. You should learn to love him this also because he needs to this and other. You can't. Husband didn't want this. This is how it needs to be. It's like I made all existence. I educated everybody for a reason. I told them what could be and what couldn't be. They wanted to go against what I told them. What is that telling you in the physical reality? A person that does something like that, what is that telling them in the physical reality? They're already off in the physical reality, So they already don't give a fuck about their humane condition. They want to run around manipulating people, doing wrong things. You got other empresses that got other empresses within them, like in the points of enlightenment, that wants to get finger popped at a time. Another empress thinking everything is okay. Oh, I went here and he grabbed me and he just started humping me and all type of things and just all type. I wasn't conscious at that time when that happened, so probably, that's why it happened, because I wasn't really conscious a certain type of way. Because if I was conscious, it would have never happened. Probably because it was nice. She probably said it's probably because of Ralph Angels are. They're probably humping us in the back because his powers exceeded to the higher level and she wasn't conscious to defend herself because she didn't. No, it wasn't because of me. It was because that bitch wanted that excuse to say because of me, because she was probably some black diamond or it's like black diamond bitch or brown jewel or black jewel or black emerald jewel or stone bitch or brown emerald jewel or stone bitch that just wanted the other jewel empress's acknowledgement identity, because they were already labeled a certain type of way, and then on top they didn't want nobody to realize it, and then on top of it, because the reason why they're there, then they're trying to figure it out because they think it's unfair, and then other people are being manipulated by their appeal because all I had was perfect, so it was already another nigga would be vindictive just to want to fuck you just for the hell of it because they didn't care, and then a chick that doesn't care about her human condition. The reason why she's in the point of sacredcy, because she has some point of sacredcy that's viewing her. She was like the pimple of an empress a certain type of way, and that empress said her education went too far and she did too much wrong things. That pimple is no good. And they say, why is that happening? Because your finger poppers. The individuals that was doing martial art finger popping at the time. And then you had other individuals that was fucking, that wasn't supposed to fuck a certain type of way because their empress was on a higher level to another empress. They already connected a bad nerve in the body, created a bad nervous breakdown to the humane condition, caused a fucked up humane condition and atmosphere that fucked up everybody's reality, and that bitch had to go out. That because why? That choice the bitch made, got with another nigga, and then when the empress learned in her magic to what's really going on, she doesn't want to tell you why she know or what the fuck happened, how so, or the things that she knows about herself, because another person that's not her husband can't be learning her sacredcy like that. Because another person that's lower than me learn her sacredcy, is gonna cause an outbreak. Because they'll be trying to get to her privacy all the time. And then where's her privacy at a time? And then a person can't say it's because of me, because I'm already perfect. I'm so perfect when you check my DNA, it shows up literally had nothing to do with me. And then when you check the empress, it has something to do with the empress. The empress can't tell you it's me, because when you find out, I'm the literal reason that she's even existing. And then no matter what level of space you go out, and then that's what people are scared of, and then all the funny things. And then you got your stupid bitches, like your fucking drug dealers that wanted to be economically financed for they could get an individual and like probably like the movie Lord of War to go to Africa, think he's invincible, get drunk, and then the drug dealers already fucked up the reality in physics because they've been giving away empress's sacredcies a certain type of way, getting into things they weren't supposed to do. They're going to get into the natural enlightenment of the element to manipulate the element. So how would they do? I mean, if a person lies to element or manipulates the element, how would they do it in a periodical table of the physical reality of the human condition in physics? It would probably be like the movie Lord of War. You would have another individual somewhere doing trading deals, probably somebody else that built some type of weapon. You know, I made all cults. So I never seen a black and brown cult, and I seen one over here the other day over here on the television. And then on top of it, you probably have somebody doing some armed forces selling that they weren't supposed to be selling certain things a certain type of way. Another person wasn't happy because that person showed up at a time when I was really supposed to be there. So that just shows that another person was being irresponsible. So then on top of it, when the individual sees that, when they went to go check other places, I wasn't there at certain other places. And when they went to go check, I'm there at certain places. And they're like, yo, listen, that don't make no sense. Because why is the nigga dead? That means somebody's being irresponsibly trying to live the nigga like they're going to try to end the world. And the other niggas already realize what's going on. And then the nigga bounces. Then you got the empress over there. That's for her regimen because I took away her magic. So she sent individuals to come kill me ahead of time because she's too scared. She's like, yo, listen, I'm the natural regardment. So they're going to say that was the reason of the Umbach situation. They're going to say, the other bitch is going to be like, she's the reason to cause the Umbach situation. And the next thing you know, all type of situations happen and they're going to want to know the scorpions. You know, they're going to want to know the scorpions layer and all type of things they're going to want to do because what? Your Sagittarius just want to get his hump on. And your Sagittarius with your Libra, with your Capricorn, and because of your Pisces. Your Pisces want to come alive a certain type of way at a time, and they just want to walk amongst people with their fishy pussy. Fishy, 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 fishy. Big fat fish. Amen on the sky. Oh, man. Niggas getting fish hooked all day like, oh, look at this. I'm sitting here. Hey, what? Oh, man. You got niggas getting their brains blown out in the water. In certain places in lakes, niggas got pow. You got fish niggas going in dirty ponds fishing. Like, oh, look at this. Look at what we got here. Look, got a big one over here. Oh my God. Other niggas want to find other people want economic funding. Oh, I made it. Those people, they're trying to say those people were individuals that did. It's like the National Treasures, the movie National Treasures. Individuals that went exploring. And then next thing you know, they found some form of value, and then they want to take it and then show you and expose the empress. Oh, imagine, look at this. At this time, how about this? How about this? And then another person saying they had something somewhere that was gone. It wasn't theirs, but they say they had something somewhere. Nothing, I own this earth, nothing is yours, nigga. You know what I'm supposed to say? Yo, get the fuck out of here, man. You know? Tell my wife, what? Smack my wife hand, what the fuck wrong with you, man? Get the fuck out of here, bitch. You know, she's like, no. She turned around, she smacked my hand, and I'll be like, that's the closet, babe. She's like, but what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, listen, it's all right, babe. I just won't be loving you for a little bit, babe. I don't want you to be confused with yourself. You know, get sarcastic with her, like, how, you don't want to be here, huh? No, babe, you got too much boss going on. I'm sorry, babe. I got it. You know where I'm going, babe. Oh, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I'm looking at her. Yo, babe, you called me over here to waste my time? Fuck you. I'm not doing this from back in the days, man. You know, listen, if your boyfriend knew better, good for you and your boyfriend. Good for you. Good for you. Good for your boyfriend. That's good for you. Fuck you want to know. Oh, they want to know where certain things. You know, you have people that's looking for certain clothing. Like, yo, you ever had a person want to know a person like they know in his phone book? Like, listen, imagine a stalker trying to learn an individual phone book. I woke up this morning with something that was deep in my pocket that would have never came out my pocket. I woke up, this shit was right in front of me, like somebody took it out of my pocket and just put it right there in front of me for me to see it. I looked at the situation, I'm like, oh, probably your news. Probably your news reporters and shit. Your nigga coming in trying to do all type of funny things. Then on top of it, when I'm waking up and seeing individuals do it, I'm just ignoring the situation like, oh, look at this. Let me just turn around because this shit touched me. I'm just going to turn around and whop this shit one time. And then, and this shit try to even touch me, kill me, anything. As soon as I feel any little prick or invasion, I'm just gonna whop this shit one time. Then this shit's like, it just prick the nigga nose and all type of stuff. Just, caress and gently prick his nose or, take his spit or all type of things. Individuals got yo, listen, man, I had a dream about this shit. Your little fucking skin dog Capo and your other little your little fire dog or whatever you want to call this stupid shit was already acknowledging a certain type of way. It was like, yo, get this, get that, get this from this nigga. Don't let the niggas do this and this and the other. And I'm over here looking at the situation at the time like, what? I'm looking at people. Yo, this over, I just got up, my nigga. I don't even care about the people in socioeconomic system right now. Another person said, wow, I said I could go outside and then literally just, you know, I didn't even take a shit yet, so it doesn't matter for the day. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna go get something from myself. You woke up and you just ran to the store and the conscience is, oh, you never had. I thought you had a brain. you know. So since there's somebody that just wants to be alone a certain type of way, or somebody, I don't want to be while they're doing disrespectful things and going through my, remember I told you there was an individual going through my wallet and stuff in all type of ways before, right? If you have people doing funny things when it comes to the natural and not acknowledgement of the humane condition and violating person's secrecy, then you have some bitch that's trying to get some information from an individual. Then it's just like what the people did when I was in New York that they tried to get my chips. Imagine people was trying to break into my house to get my chips because they wanted to download the information, they wanted to study the information for themselves because other people wasn't getting the information. The reason of that being is because other people was trying to break into the form of the secrecy because when I got shot in Boogie Night, you had the Empress of the Scorpion Empress that, had her fucked up humane condition, that just wanted to live her life, that was trying to learn her jewel, her life, and trying to live her life. Then you had the 10 jewel empresses, children that was fucking other people, and then other people making the bad nervous system of the 10 jewels, and they wanted to learn their magic. And then next they wasn't the purity to learn the magic, then they would just wanted to kill the purity because what? They wanted to make their Job situation. You understand? The purity can't be around, and if the purity is around, it's just a follow. It's just follow the leader. Follow the leader, follow the leader. Another person's like, yo, man. Yeah, look. Another chick. Look, I drank soda, right? Yo, my nigga, I had like 3 cups of this and it wasn't even full, and look at the soda now. People sacrificing themselves around a nigga that doesn't even care. They're breaking into a nigga's place, sacrificing themselves. Another person said no. They want. Yo, listen. You have all type of entrapment. It's just like you never played football. That's what it is. I played football before, and then next thing you know, you had it. I was a football player. I was a well-known football player, and then individuals don't like that. Because another person don't want you to realize who I was playing football because when you look, I'm not there really playing football at the time, a certain time at the time, because the time that we're in now, and people playing football, I'm not playing football, so another person is like, so who's the one playing football? And then you find out there's a new boyfriend. A new boyfriend that wanted to take down a Scorpion. The new boyfriend over there, linebacking, quarterbacking, running back in, wide receiver, all types of situations. And then, another person's like, yo, man, you're nice, man. Did you get your weight up? One time this nigga came to me, you're nice, man. Yo, get your weight up, man. He wanted to run all over the field. He was like, yo, man, go get your weight up, man, because I want to go get this at this time. And you got to be here. You got pressurize this. And so, you're nice. You came to me, he was like, you're nice, man. If you looking small, it's going to look like you Bruce Lee. You can't do something like that because you're going to win the high tech. I'm be like, I hit hard, nigga. I hit hard. That's why, nigga. Nigga like, what? What are you talking about? I'm looking at the nigga like, yo, this nigga, what are you trying to say that? He knows I'm Titan or something and I should get the fuck out of here? Or they want to know about Titan science? Tell them if they wanted to know about Titan science, say the Odyssey, fuck that up for them. Too bad for that. Tell them too bad for your Odyssey individuals, your individuals driving Odyssey. You just said what happened a certain type of. Hey, listen, man. When you get a chance, when you get a chance, drink some rice soup and tea. All right, like some
What?
rice soup, tea, and a form of natural nourishment you like for yourself. You know, you should do it in the morning with some warm, warm, warm other things because the base that they gave you, it probably, it was probably, you never know somebody switched the label on the bottle at the time because they wanted money. So be careful, man. I'm telling you. Then you got other individuals in life. Oh, can't even leave just like that. I gotta go at least brush my teeth. You wanna know something? I gotta go brush my teeth, but you know what I realized? Another person at a time, right? Another person at a time wanted my magic. You remember I told you I have blue in my eyes. But one day, another person, I thought I was going crazy when I started realizing things in myself at a time. And then I said, yo, listen, what happened to the blue that was in my eyes? But then I looked at the cycle of the time that we were in. I said, oh, look at that. My wife wanted a form of acknowledgement. And then she went and did some martial arts to somebody, knocked him out the box. Another person said, what are you talking about? I said, somebody probably somewhere on some best of the best. They said they live in the movie. So the best of the best and then the quick. Quick. Like I said, you're my dude. Last night, this chick couldn't sit on, couldn't sit. Yo, you listen. Your dad, your see that there? Your dad mechanic. Yo, listen. This alcohol bottle has certain type of alcohol in it. You better check. You better check this alcohol bottle. This is wonderful alcohol. Somebody broke in my house just for some shit like this. then, then on top of it, you have individuals that's mad because I'm a certain type of way, they're not a certain type of way. And then you have chicks that live through time that have violated the secrecy of their privacy, that then endanger the empress that's hiding them at a time. And then all because, you ever had a person, listen, you know what people better watch? That better be, make sure that they're not around me? Another person's going to tell you, yesterday I was watching a basketball game, and then certain things happen while watching a basketball game. No, it had nothing to do with that. Another person's gonna use some little petty excuse because they're already a certain type of way, and they're just looking for to show you a certain thing a certain type of way, and that they, how they fucked up, and they just want to be a part of a person's equation. This is why when certain people like Mushu in your garden, and you know physics, I didn't want to teach him the physics because a person said, "Why don't you teach him?" Because at the time them niggas are gonna come and they're gonna use that for an excuse, and because they, once a certain thing knows a certain situation away, you're in danger. I don't got time for everyday back-to-back, man-to-man situations when a person just want to be happy and have love, and just another because other bitches want to get some pussy and they just want to ruin another empress's magic because another person married into the family, had this child at this time, had this child at this time, sat on a dinner table with somebody at this time, and then next thing you know, when they were gotten gone, because they were bringing another person doing politicians gotten gone and doom moves, then they tell you, oh, this child was gonna be here at this time. They ate this chemistry, so they were trying to keep their flow alive. Other people learn intricate science, and another individual had to be like, I'm Professor Moriarty's literal emperor of his astrological tree. Niggas say, what you talking about? Oh, you got Holmes, and then you got Moriarty. Two individuals different, and they come to the human condition at a point that gotta link up at a point that be trying to murder each other because the intelligence level of the way they get at each other, and then on top of it, then they want to be football players and they're backwash. They backwash wanting to acknowledge what's going on a certain type of way. And I'm the head of I'm Holmes precise at head of his astrological tree precisely, and I'm also Professor Moore, the artist, at head of his astrological tree precisely. And I'm individual wonder. I'll be right back, man. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something from the store. No, 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 no. I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat. Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie though. If a person knows how to cook certain seasoning, you could get the same type of result. But sometimes I used to like the way they bake the skin, like some of the skin of the turkey, huh? Well, yeah. Sometimes I like turkey certain type of way, but after a while I just not got into it. You want to know why? Let me tell you something. You're a person of consciousness, of a person of that thinks about consciousness because you're at an age to think about consciousness. So probably that's probably why I'm comfortable around you certain type of way. Listen, if you have a dove, and a dove is supposed to represent a point of purity in life. If a dove is supposed to be like the luck or the upliftment of a person doesn't intake it because the reason why it sets an individual acknowledgement to a high point of admiration, a certain type of way. So if a dove goes and this at a time comes in front of a man and starts plucking on the floor like it's eating the dirt and causing all type of situation, a person can leave it be. But if it looks like it's already hurting itself and banging itself and it didn't have a precise situation, a person can't let the dove be because the dove is asking for the help at the time.
Are you going to the store?
Yeah, I'm going to stop right back.
You're not open.
For real?
Thanksgiving.
The Chinese stuff I'll be over there. The Chinese stuff I'll be over there. The Chinese stuff I'll be over there. Nope. I ain't going to go for that. I was going to get something I need anyway, just to have it just for a time anyway. Well, I'll see. Well, I'm just gonna get something anyway. It's alright. I'll be right back. Oh, hey, listen, and happy, happy praise day. Happy praise day. Today is a wonderful day, but I don't eat meat. I don't care. So it's a difference for me. So another person, I used to eat. Listen, I don't eat meat, so it's a difference for me. Another person, I told them happy praise day, so it's a difference. But you might have an individual in life at a time. It's just like a dove. Like I told them, it's like if you see a dove plucking on the floor, it's a dove asking for help. If it's plucking, don't have no need to feed it or nothing, it's asking for help as you see it's confusing itself. The dove is over there asking for help a certain type of way at the time. If a person, or it might be something else because you might have to get rid of that dove because a certain type of situation, but you don't eat it. I don't do certain things. Some people used to try to manipulate people to intake their chemistry for another individual because another time they wanted a form of acknowledgement, and then I wasn't with it because another person doesn't know about certain natural things a certain type of way in the human condition of the physical reality. And I don't care. I just left my, I didn't fuck about that. You're my nigga. I had to wait for this money to come in just to get this ticket, just to be able to come to New York. Oh, man. Another person said a value market is not open because of other individuals don't want a form of value of education, of acknowledgement or one. You had good pilgrims, you had bad pilgrims. You can't get mad at a pilgrim for certain acknowledgement. You know? The Indian shaman says, man, the pilgrims are no good. They should have never came to the land. These people started doing bad things. And I looked at the Indian shaman and said, well, why are you praying and doing the shamanistic ceremonies you doing all day if the pilgrims are no good? I thought you liked the pilgrims. If you hunting the pilgrims and did the wrong thing, you don't know nothing about the ceremony. You got to know the reason of the sacredcy. You fuck up something, you cause harm to humane condition, that's something wrong with you. And then the shaman started worrying and getting mad at me because of what I said and stuff, because I'm like, you didn't know your point of enlightenment. Because you're not, just because, it's just like a person looking like green at a time, and then you go eat, then you're going to think you're going to go kill that person to have some green. You don't kill that person to have no fucking green. Are you fucking stupid? Who told you that? That's how probably them Adam niggas, Adam niggas that probably do. You one of them niggas? Because you're gonna kill, you're gonna watch Adam to what he knew and shit. You know what? You ain't kill the person because you thought he was a form of acknowledgement. You'll kill the humane condition. The humane condition will guide you to what you need to know at a time of real sacredcy, so nobody else know. If you watch an individual like a fucking horse, you ain't gonna never know what you need to know at the time, because that means that you're not a person that earned the real point of acknowledgement or enlightenment a certain type of way at the time. And I am. So there's a difference. So another person says, oh, I never devalued myself, I'm nurturing myself. how can I devalue what I have? Yeah, man, I don't gotta listen to nobody. I'm the fucking most. I'm the one that fucking tells you what to do. Another person, look. It's like the shaman niggas that used to want to kill niggas and say, oh, this did, this person does this so and so, this and the other. And then a person be more than them, and then on top of it, all they be wanting is to kill people for power. And then you look at it and they're like, oh, this nigga is stupid. Yeah, them niggas was beyond, them niggas, some of them niggas was beyond, pardon me for a second, because other people, if you see my name, well, you see my name popped up right here, right? We're waiting, right? Well, you know, one more thing you gotta watch out for. If other people, what's up? Yesterday, what did I buy? I bought, yesterday I just bought a soda. What are you talking about? 2 times I went and did this. What is it? That's crazy, man. Because yesterday I just bought a soda, so how somebody gonna tell me insufficient funds? I had $30-something left on my card. Went to Jack and Jill. What am I doing? That don't make no sense because I have your receipt right there. I went to Jack and Jill. $40, $680. I have it down to the 80. I had $39.30 cents on my card. I had $39.30 cents on my card. Went to the place, bought the $20 I was supposed to be dispensed to me, what we dispensed this on. So what am I doing? How am I getting something that says, listen to this, how am I getting something that says insufficient funds? And then look at this. Then the person says, "Are you serious with what you're saying?" Then I'm telling you, you got to look at this date and time of this situation, my nigga. It says I have 100. It says I have $137.15. This is what it's saying right now, right? Now, I'm supposed to have more than that situation, so let me see this in there. Hold on. Actually, I almost have really $39 on my situation. Really 32. Consequently, now I'm going to go for the future. It's telling me out of calling people. Funny situation. It's telling me, I don't want to show you the transaction number, and I don't want to show you because the way they printed it is because they want an individual to see a certain type of number, a certain type of way, so they can literally manipulate it. But it's on their computer. You should literally scan it. Look at it. It's called the Triton STDK, State Bank and Trust, 10 year, and there's the Triton, and there's also the Triton. So, hold on. Don't do this. Well, I just wanted to make sure I had the money. Was telling me I have the money. And then on top of it, then it's telling me the transfer was declined. You know, if the system is trying to tell me something else, that is none of my business when it comes to something like that, because whatever's happening is happening in a certain type of way. So, hold on, man. I just go get a reminder on that. Another person did some funny physics. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody yell stop while I'm using the ATM. I'm using the ATM, you have people outside yelling stop, like they're doing something else. You need to stop the people that's yelling stop. But it's alright, man. Listen to this. This is how the people spied on people in that socioeconomic system. Look. I don't play children's games with people, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm not looking for certain things. I'm not a person that goes into things playing games with people. See, with your little drive-by and shit right here. Stupid. And the store's closed. Another person said, "What happened with you, man? You like Shaheem the Rugged Child." I'm like, "The Rugged Child, no, man." Well, let me tell you something. If I ever spoke to individuals, another light-skinned nigga needs to know get the fuck out of here before another type of situation. But I'll never tell him that because another person will want to rob him. And I don't mean of his life. I'm talking about rob him of financial and finance. Niggas looking for an individual. And then I'm like, hey, too bad. Bill said there's nothing open. I gotta go in the room for somebody. I broke into my room doing invisible magic. They just want to hear the information on my account, right? Another person said, this world is going to shit. I said, it ain't going to the ice galaxy. And I'm Ice Andromeda. And I ain't shit. I'm the real value. So if another person saying shit, it's just they're manipulating a form of cryptology and sequence the way they speak. And they're just basically saying they're going to rob the planet of their natural enlightenment of the physical reality. Another person says, why? The planet has nothing to do with me getting hurt. This planet would actually be structured a little different in other places, but this is these people, the wrong people came to the planet. The wrong human condition that they let populate the planet. Another person said, well, how about the situation going on with the science? And my nigga, my body and my life was already set a certain type of way So if something happened, everything would have been okay, wonderful. It would have been this natural education, but other people wanted to learn and steal my education of me raffling GR, and that's what caused it. Another person said, then why you said that comment about Shaheen? Because the man has already, a person says, you have a whole clique of individuals that's a certain type of way that wants to kill one person a certain type of way that never had certain things a certain type of way. The one individual is there by themselves, and then they're going after one person at a person when they gotta just continue moving at a time. And then when you're looking for the original situation, I'm the real Shiloh, my nigga. Another person's looking for a sequence of say, I'm like, I'm glad that you would try to go somewhere and try to do something fun. You know, another person ain't gonna tell another person what's going on, and then another person says, yo, listen, you wanted me, and me was already nice. I'm the real situation right here. Another person's trying to figure out what is going on. What happened to us? Jet Li sequence. I set a situation, and then other people want to do identity theft through time, right? I feel fucking stupid. Yeah, I done solved everything on physics in the periodical table of graphs. And let me show you something how real this is. You see that point of reflection right there? Look at this. So, do you see it? Could you see them? There you go. Right there by the tree. As soon as and you see, look, see the sun? Look right by the tree. See right there? The point of reflection right by the tree? I done told you I solved every fucking thing, bro. There ain't no excuses for nobody. That's another person. It's like another person wants me to be a part of this stupid Armageddon to the way they fucked up pussy. It's just like, as I'm walking, I'm really bullying you. But when I'm walking, it's looking a different type of way at a time because another person inside is already off, and I'm the real situation. So I'm the real bullying one that makes the bullying situation. But on top of it, I humbled myself for individuals that have never noticed. Right? So something wrong with them lizards, huh? Said, funny about the situation and stuff, but I'm the real individual a certain type of way. Another individual is just mad at situations because I'm always nice. But let me tell you something, yo. You ever watch Asian movies and you hear like ninja sounds? You ever thought about certain bitches that been cheek on so much that they literally just be walking around selling like smelling or dropping niggas because the way they naturally smell like and and then you wonder like what happened is because these bitches are so stink that they just dropping niggas and another person said, how did you do that in time? You wasn't a part of the ninja that did that. It was because they're a little panda. You ever had the flat ass? A person that just wants to keep going and going and they ask a flat and they just drop and just pass out or dead. A person birthday miss all type of stuff. Let me tell you something about me. There's gonna be astrological empresses that are gonna disappear in the physical reality at a time on another level at a time. They're not even gonna be in existence. The person says why? Because they did me wrong. I didn't want to refine certain anatomies of the astrological truth because they already done violated me. The people that have been making, you ever had somebody all day they want to make a man mad, and I'm supposed to be happy recovering, and then they tell me, no, this is shit. No, I'm already naturally strength and might, so So when you see it, you see how real it is. But another person is trying to wear out my emotions because they don't want a person to see my strength in life. Because they want to be able to, it's like a succubus. They want to try to get the power from an individual, so they're trying to ruin the individual's humane condition because the person that's off already wants to kill the empress because they just want the power at the time. So a person's trying to ruin my happiness because they're trying to do a form of succubus magic. So when their virus or bacteria comes around me to collect, it'll look like a happy relationship, like what I was telling you on my other documentary, and it just be a literal chick that's just setting up somebody for sabotage that's gonna cause the end of the physical condition and the end of reality because they're like a literal assassin at the time. And then why would that be happening? Because you had people on a parallel of the same of people's messing up a relationship of an individual, so when they got together, they wouldn't even care to be with each other. So y'all just get the fuck out of here. You know, you just been here to get the fuck out. And then I look at it, I would have read me being a life bearer. I'm the natural life bearer. I don't need you. I'm out there. You're right. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because the bitch is gonna become inoppressible. You know, so she's gonna pop. So she's gonna literally be looking for a point of that. And I'm not doing that. I'm not pushing nothing else. You bitches just gonna die and just whatever with you. You know, it's just like your homeboy turkey basing. It's like, yeah, the turkey base. You like turkey? I said I used to like turkey, but you know, I noticed that y'all been doing the wrong human condition. So y'all just was ruining other people's relationship because what you have out in the open is to fuck an individual up, and then you kept certain things sacred a certain type of way for yourself that you keep. It was probably like a pimple. They probably kept certain things underground, so now we're gonna push out the rest of the things out in the open. Then they're gonna be fucked up, and then when they wear out and die, like the natural covering, you know, like a person saying the natural covering, so they're looking to eat the skin or something. Oh, you thought I was skin? Or more? Actually, homeboy, I'm more than the skin. I'm the reason of your existence. As soon as I die, fuck you. And then on top of it, you're gonna find out in your science, you should have never did this to me. This is why other people found out and I was alive for so long because they realized they should have never did certain things to me. And when you do that, you ain't never gonna come back in the reality. If you set off any cycle, I'ma find out and then we're gonna finish this situation. Well, actually, I'm not. Matter of fact, you know how I'm gonna finish it? I'm just gonna leave. What you doing? Nothing. Bye. That's it. It don't make no sense. What am I refining stupid horse for? You already got pent up pimple emotions. I don't got pent up pimple emotions. And it's like popping a pimple and then letting the empress out. And then the empress is ventilating like, wow, life, you know, this, that, and the other. I'm not a part of life no more, and I was a part of life. And then you had so much wonderful things like how am I gonna go back? You know, it's like a person using magic wanting to jump back in the middle. Like, oh, I need to go back in the middle. I need to get back in the. No, you're not. You're a rat. I don't want nothing a certain type of way. It's like, you know, certain people look. It's like people like this. People who spy on other people a certain type of way, right? And then other people wondering what happened. There goes right here, Rob, and you're a fucking Green Lantern bitch. The Green Lantern bitch that didn't want to get deported, they just wanted to ruin another person's human condition. And then they happily married. Look, buckle up your legend is about to begin. Your legend, your legend, your legend days are about to, your legend about to begin. Because it's so, look how the words are formed. A small, matter of fact, hold on. Let's see, because there's no way your legendary vacation. Look. Look at this. Your legendary vacation is about to begin. Now, look at these two people right here. I don't want to be with that bitch, so it's just like, you know, they're already split. Look, she's already split. Half of the niggas losing his arm, and the other nigga Look, and this stink bitch that took his arm. Look. She took the nigga arm and was gone. Another person cut something a certain type of way. Look at this. Well, that nigga calves you can get it off also though. Look. Or was it that the fact is he was just hustling down his anatomy, and another person was like, yo, this nigga is a nice, a certain type of way, and they were scared. And look at how they tried to frame him with the buffalo. You seen the buffalo? You seen the way they formed the buffalo in back of the picture? Do you see it right here? The buffalo, the way it's formed right here? And then look. I don't care, man. It's so much fun you can. But I actually went and got I went and got a map because I just needed the map for something else because that's how I was doing the traveling and stuff. And then another person was mad that, I even got a mat. And then I told the guy to cut it. And then I said, yo, listen, I don't want to waste the mat because I'm not trying to fuck up the mat. So what I'm going to do, I don't want it tearing in my hand or, in my physical reality. So I just went and got it laminated. I went and got the mat laminated. So, laminations could be used for different things, but a certain type of way or physically want a person to say that for another person to have some type of form of acknowledgement of the high. I don't care. Listen, man, your people's really sabotage life. This is an hour and we're going on 2 hours just now. In a little bit it'll be 2 hours. So it was an hour and 57 minutes. It's wonderful. An hour and 57 minutes. And periodically they were stopping the recording. So, you gotta find out how to live the situation. Another person thinks you're gonna make an adventure when it comes to these videos. No, it's not. You're gonna leave it straight through and the person just speaks straight through. That's it. Another person, they had to go waste time to go see. 37 years of wasting time? 37 years of a lot of people, I'm going to see a certain type of way that's not going to get nothing from me. Another person really wants me to give up the Empress. Matter of fact, the Empress thing that you want, they're already out in the open and stuff. Actually, the other ones are gone, and then you have a certain of them already out in the open. So good luck. Have fun because they're not even Empresses no more. They're gonna fall to the wayside a certain type of way, and it has nothing to do with me because I already conquered the situation. So if you wasted my money and value and wasted my time on my money and value, anyway, let me call. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call my bank tomorrow, and then I'll get the reason why my balance is like that. And then everything will be okay. But that's what happens when people want to learn the intricacies of the system because they want to follow the system to fuck up somebody's transaction. Oh, this happened to me at this time, and if he does this, then I'm not gonna be able to do this or don't get it. that has nothing to do with me. It's just like imagine possession spirits or spirits saving somebody's life. I made all the possession spirits and spirits to save individuals' lives, and then a person sees that I'm about to do some type of transaction in physics, and they're like, no, 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 this is gonna cost this also. What you thought saved your life that at a time that you fucked up, and then you trying to go manipulate now is because it has nothing to do with the transaction that you did. The things that you're doing now in the paradigm is like seeing ahead of yourself. It's like shutting off the lights and then looking ahead of yourself and then looking at situations and then wondering when did it happen, how did it happen, what did the nigga do in the paradigm of physics that caused it. You did it to yourself. If you were going for your Enoch walk, another person did it to themselves. You shut down and acknowledge them in a certain time because they'd be like, "Who's the real Most High? Me." You know, you ever seen Total Recall? I'm the real Enoch, nigga. Total Recall, the Arnold Schwarzenegger that went there, another person there. Quaid, you nigga remember your life and all type of things. Dennis Quaid, Dennis Quaid, and it's like Dennis. You know, said Dennis the Menace is the earthquake. He's the one that killed all the black and dark anatomy and all type of things. There was no future for black people a certain type of way. You know, it was only people of enlightenment. So what happened to all the black people? Everybody was fearful. What happened to all the black people? There's nothing new under the sun. People were living happy until they fucked up. So they became dark. But if you wanted to see them in the dark version, my bad. I didn't know that you just wanted them to be a crab in the barrel and you just couldn't see them. They were just finished. So my bad. I didn't know black people just wanted to know what changed their life, and another person wanted to know how they changed and what was going on if they originally became of a point of enlightenment ever. Thank you for fucking that up in the paradigm, and I just needed to hear that on the digital recording thing, and I already know. So don't even lie about the situation. I literally already know that I'm making this recording, and I even know. Matter of fact, another person wanted to make it. Glad you mixed up the top better for me. There we go. Okay, 2018. Good, good, good. Then on top of it, another person like Dennis Quaid, Dennis Quaid, Dennis Quaid, the 63rd, Dennis that lives across the street from the 63rd precinct in Brooklyn. That drive the BMW that used to hang out with Andre Peters, and then on top of it, that that sits there a certain type of way, manipulating the physical reality with people of his astrological tree, a certain type of way, trying to get accumulate other people's value, and then they say I'm the quake. I'm the one that made they said I'm the one that made the Buckingham. The Buckingham. You made individuals. You're the one that made the Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace. Too bad for England. I am Emperor Ing himself, and I am Emperor. How can I say this? Eng. The Eng family. I am the Eng himself, but the original Eng family looked a little different at a certain point. So I'm sorry that other individuals didn't want to leave their point of enlightenment because you had one nigga in a palace that just fucked up everybody's chamber like there was some fucking fucked up dragon virus that was in everybody's chamber that was wondering how come the vein was going good, so he decided to end the crypto. Good, good for that stupid nigga over there. And I'm speaking about all levels of physics. It could literally lead up to the stars doing the stupid same shit because of stupid niggas. And I'm literally Aang himself, but Emperor, how can I say this? Emperor, East, North guide. Whichever way you want to look at it. Woo woo. You understand? Emperor, they be like, Emperor, are you really Majesty Wu? Oh, you know me. You know me. How nice am I? Oh, yeah. Oh, what, I made the go fight? Oh, they told you I'm the one that made the position. Oh, you're looking for the wizard? You want a heart and a brain, and you want a heart, a brain, and all type of things. Another nigga secretly asking me for love. Fuck out of here. Tell Diana, fuck you and her stink pussy. Go wash her pussy. It's like, oh man. And I just stand there like, too bad. another poor chick is like, how could she do something? I'm like, hmm, I don't know. It's being done naturally, but I don't know. Since you're wondering how it's being done, that's a problem. Your homeboy's looking for where his entrance is, right? He's just ready to. He's like, man, I just want to cut a hole in this nigga and just fuck him. No, you're not. You're not fucking me. You're gonna die trying to fuck me because I'm gonna nearly kill you before you even get the chance. So. And that's why I was already complete from the air count and all the other counters above the air count. So like I said, man, it's just a funny situation with individuals. It's like I'm sorry about the Babylon Sodom and Gomorrah Babylon Tower, man. I'm sorry about that. It just doesn't work for me. That type of education for y'all doesn't work for me all the time. A certain type of way. It don't matter where you went to go find your different information at different points. It was broken down on Sandish Chips to YouTube, huh? Oh. This next chick was like, you had WhatsApp? Yeah, I did have WhatsApp. You seen information a certain type of way, good. Oh, you finding out that I'm a real life. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I'm a real star being. That's just on the ground, that's enjoying life and stuff. Word, that's what they said, right? I actually would have been out of here a long time ago, but I was already too militant. I was Orion Pax. I have to soften up for my wife at a certain time because I don't want to murder her just by just touching her a certain type of way. I've been doing Iron Body for so long. She's like, she could come out the room and I could be with her. She can't even do nothing to me. Because I could be naturally like soft liquid and still be mightier than her. And I never would be soft liquid, so it doesn't even matter. So it's like another person. It doesn't matter if she could come out and I could be the person she needs to be. She'd be like, but how about if she feels away? I'm not telling me anything. We used to have conversation, and these niggas should just be mangled from our conversation. That's why you probably were scared about me being with my wife. Now she's sounding like a Chicano expert. Oh man. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, you thinking about that. Those are people that's about to drop. And when they come through, where your people's at? And that's it. And the person said, what are you talking about? I said, oh, the drop, and then things drop through it. It's going to continue. It's going to continue until you see other niggas dropped in a certain time. Hey, man, good for them. I don't care. As a matter of fact, the people that they're looking for, I can't be here when they come looking for them people. So it don't matter, because the people that cause their situation is the people that's going to be around that just want to learn star magic because they want to get out of here before the people come around, and they're not going to learn it because they're going to die. Yep, yep. I don't care. It's like it's like Nimrod. It's just like another person's gonna wait for the sun to send a sign of the sun a certain type of way, and then a person's gonna try to kill me without people looking, and then the sun. I'm the real sun, so it's just like looking in the bottom of the water at the time, and then as soon as they think they're gonna try to kill me and they do it secretly without nobody looking, then you're gonna see the solar eclipse, like a sign of even the space showing you the fade out of my consciousness a certain type of way. And then everybody, oh, the sun saw the sign. The man is supposed to be alive. Just continue. No, you actually killed me, and I should literally murder you right in front of everybody after this. But you know something? People are gonna have to find out how you did it, and then I'm gonna just keep it moving because when I die, somebody gonna say it's because of something else. is actually because you did something stupid today. So, another person's gonna look at the person just like what they did. You ever seen the movie with the blue people when everybody painted themselves blue? And then they said, yo, should I kill this guy? And then they're looking at Bob. You ever seen the guy in the movie that made it to the sequence at the end, and then he sees the solar eclipse at the time? The reason why the nigga determined he had the cat magic to see the solar eclipse is because what he caused in the physical reality. And then when you see the cat, the individual seen the eclipse. The cat was noticing at the time because the sequence of his 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 allegory in the sequence in the movie was letting him know that he came from the sun god. The little Ra the Ralph Lauren, the real Ra, and then the sun the sun showed him that he was a dark energy, the force a certain type of way, and then on top of it, he was able to get away. So that was like a sign, according to his regimen, of his continuing that he'll be okay in the physical reality. But it told him, yo, listen, and also it warned him the people that got him to that point, just to see his secrecy a certain type of way before it happened, didn't even have a manifestation. So you actually see the eye wake up a certain type of way and show you that another individual wanted to see his secrecy, and on top of it, the eye was showing you these are the people that killed your dad, according to his main condition of the reason why you had to do the zodiac signs to survive in the physical reality. And they wanted all that information. The people that gathered around him that was stupid, that forcefully wanted to see the situation because they needed to know if the manifestation. And then at the end, they're probably gonna say they want to know because listen to this. They tried to kill your dad without you even realizing they killed your dad, and they tried to manipulate a person. You ever had the Mings? It's like the Mings when they used to go hunting. They used to set people up a certain type of way to entrap them, to make them look like a certain type of way, and then cause the situation to happen. It's just like when I used to do the lead movies, and I knew this. It was like signs to individuals that was wrong. I said, yo, you gonna say this a certain type of way, or I'm gonna make you say it a certain type of way. And the person be like, "What are you speaking about?" And then there would be no more film because I wasn't gonna let him back in the film after that. I was gonna literally handle the individual because he was already wrong. He already showed me he was wrong to the point because he was nervous of what was going on a certain type of way, and he didn't agree with the Empress. Because a person's wondering about what happened, I'm like, this is an education of a human condition, and then you over here saying, nah, fuck out of here. And I'm like, yo, it was like entering the chamber, and then you gotta survive a certain type of way, a certain. And a person said, oh really? Oh. And then a person wanted to see something, certain things. So it don't even matter to me. So I'm looking at individuals at a time like that funny situation because the nigga and the cat in the movie, I forgot what's that movie called. It was like there was Indian people. They painted themselves blue. They killed their whole village. The other nigga went in the well. The other nigga that hid his wife in the well and shit with the baby. He tried to come out. He tried to, try to survive. They hung him. They killed some of his family because that was the beginning of Job. They hung him, killed some of his family because of the job. He went and did some type of demonic science for survival, and the demonic science was demoralizing the things that he loved because he was becoming like a Satan, like a literal a dead a deep a deep a a a delinquent, individual that causes um that causes devious and vindictiveness mentality, you know. And then as because he was, why did it happen to him? Because the monkeys of the ice guys, they they were moving the wrong way, so it caused him to have the wrong type of consciousness in the physical reality that made him more animalistic, and made him more to be astonished that an individual would have to wear a Trojan condom dealing with those type of privacies because a person cannot go out with a covering their dick, or that person would deteriorate their privacy. So, and a person's trying to refine and cheat energy and then all type of things, and not caring and causing diseases because that's what causes plagues. And you got plagues. Oh oh, you got pregnant, your fucking privacy is gonna go. You got some privacy out back with bacteria. You're gonna be set in a social economic society because your fucking bathroom stinks. Bitches don't want to wash their ass. Your fucking white people, Caucasians, is bearing their ass in other people's economic system. Other people that doesn't want to use their consciousness to build a wonderful structure. I gotta show them. Look at this. I gotta literally show a nigga how to wipe his ass. And my wife says, why is that happening? Because he was a fucking baby, bitch. You know, look at this. Whoop. You know? The nigga said, oh man. And then as I continued building structures now, you didn't do nothing in life all day. You didn't want to do nothing, so and so this that. I work for a company, made individual assistant store manager, all types of situations. I craft already situations a certain type of way where I could have built it and not myself. All these people are mad that I did these things, and then on top of it, they want to discredit me. So why the fuck should I care? I'm the one that made the fucking hoverboard come to manifestation in reality, and another person doesn't want me to be credited because I'm the one that paid the credit because I'm the one that made the situation really happen. The system and the lights elements all know this. Another person couldn't even explain the things I'm explaining to the intricacies, even to all situations. So another person, so a light system that knows certain things at a certain point in life where all of them knew, and then on top of it, people are mad about the situation because they want to know who knew, because they want to go Star Wars, you know, sell your soul, sell your solar system. So they wanted to sell you. You ain't selling your solar system. You ain't selling your galaxy. You ain't selling no soul. You're gonna murder the people that want you to sell your soul, sell your solar system, sell your galaxy, sell your fucking your universe, sell the space, your planet. All the people that want you to do that, murder and kill. And then except for me, because on top of it, when it comes to the point where the point of enlightenment can't honor me and it's too spoiled to its human condition and its consciousness, that means you gotta go because it's no longer what happened to the inner points that was within of frequency of the love. So if all of them are spoiled and they just have a certain type of mentality, I don't want it. Because how could I be with a person that doesn't care about an individual at a time because they say, oh, I'm comfortable with this, I'm comfortable. What are you talking about? I'm out. That's it. You know, I don't want to be with stupid hooker bitches. You got to know the difference. I don't want to tell you the physics that my wife knows that certifies my wife for even being a real doctor on the highest level, and she knows what's going on. And then on top of it, if she got manipulated having so much money and being a doctor and then fucked up her own anatomy because she was living a life, then if she's looking for her answer, then I'll tell her, look at Casino. Look at the movie Casino. Or look at the other movie when you were over there in your little cabin with your little party and your homeboy said he was keeping it real and not videotaped it in the movie. Then I started speaking like, oh, you can't do this. You can't. And then she's feeling bad like, oh my God, sick of rhyming. And then on top of it is my son looking like a bitch that just wants pussy. And then his mother is like, she's living a life comfortable. And she was like, yo, listen, man, you know, I've been sexually so long using the ridiculous of letting me get raped at another time like crazy. You just don't know. Like, these are little savages just having orgy parties. Because I said, yo, this is the house of, you know, you're looking for my wife that played in the movie Spartacus, the television show, and Barry Artist, my son, the little, that, what is it, Calicles' wife. That his wife just wanted to murder Gannicus, me, because she couldn't fucking Gannicus. She was a stalker and she started fucking Crixus. You understand? Gannicus was me, but she couldn't get to me because I was so much of an honor that the astrological empress a certain type of way would know that she was already trying to go after a certain point of enlightenment at a time to cause an affair in the family. So she fucked Crixus where it looked like, you know, she was just trying to don't worry about the situation instead. And then everybody died in the house. You know, Spartacus, me, try to fuck a chick I don't want to fuck. It's just like the movie Total Recall. Or I'm your husband, you know, just I'm your wife. You don't remember this? oh wow, this and the other. I mean, a man living his life trying to remember, remember what's going on and just living and just so. I'll be back another day, so. And then she getting phone calls from her boyfriend. Is he up? Did you see him do this? Did you see him do that? You'll be here so time this and the other. If he starts thinking this thing, kill him. A nigga coming to awakening because a nigga, it's just like the forgetful pool in the Hercules cartoon. Everybody forgot who they were. A nigga coming to awakening, and then I had to save everybody's life because a person said, "Yo, listen, you tried to make me forget myself because I'm stupid. I love myself too much to forget myself." Then another individual say, right, and then they went after the individual legacy. They're like, "Yo, we wanted his book. We were up in his house, a certain high point in life. We're gonna get everything." And this nigga fucked it up to save the nigga. And then the person says, why did this happen? Because Helen, they saying Helen slept with Hades. Or was it Helen slept with some nigga that was like Mushu and one of the children a certain type of way and just wanted to manipulate it because it was literally Alice and didn't give a fuck about it. That was just with a nigga like, oh, I love you, all day. I love you, Ralph. I love you, Ralph. And then checking the nigga in the phone call. Did the nigga get up? Did the nigga wake up? Then the boyfriend come in. Straight to the moon, Alice. Straight to the moon, Alice. Just had up. And nigga say, you gotta go to sleep. Nigga's not gonna know what happened. And he needs to know the information because he's not trying to die a certain type of way. And then the man says that's your collab mentality. That's the one that fucked up over Ixis. Anatomy of her astrological tree. They just wanted to get in the Ixis. Another person said, what happened? I said, because my wife, she was busting everybody's ass and she didn't want nobody to realize. It's just like a psychotic commercial. You ever seen a person in a psychotic commercial? I like what I'm seeing. What is it? Latora something, but then another person said Latora something, but then a person, then she checked, what was it? It's LA something, I forgot what it's called. I'll take the commercial before. And then the other commercial, I like what I'm seeing with Trinity. I like what I'm seeing with Latuna. I like what I'm seeing in Latuna. Like the psychotic, because like, if this nigga leaves you, I'm gonna become your best friend and then you're gonna die. You're gonna die. And when she's saying to me that you're gonna die at a certain point, that you don't realize if you travel someplace, you're gonna end up dying if you're not together. I don't, I already got tried. I already got headaches. Every day don't throw shots. Every day don't throw gunshot. Now you can't be happy. Yeah, they want somebody else to be the baby to learn somebody else's secrets because they want to be able to know certain other things. And it's just like a person when when Donto was like, yo, listen, I heard you came from another planet, and one of the children came over here and said you the fountain of youth, and then you fucking came in the house when the child said that shit. And then and my wife looked at me. She 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 sat up all night, and then she just kept on looking at the jewel. She was putting her. It was like she was breaking the chair trying to get in. Put me in here now. I'm like, no, I'm saving, no. I'm like, God, this guy's gonna look at me and time he don't know. Like, how did he come to you to tell you I need to stop? How did he get over there? Like, what were you doing at a time that he ended up over there and said, yo, you knew I need a fountain of youth? No, I'm sorry. I'm sleeping, I'm sorry. Get up! No, I'm sleeping. I looked at the camera. Listen. Then it became the commercial. I looked at the camera at the time. I'm sleeping. you know. And then then all of a sudden certain things happened. I just came in, kicked in the door, looked at him. Then everything happened a certain type of way. And then in the physics, how did you save Dorcas Point? That shit was fucked up. Yeah, she knew a lot of martial arts. Oh, yeah, no. Well, I educated her in the martial arts. I would be able to survive it. It doesn't really matter. Whichever way you want to look at the crime, whichever crime, no matter what astrological being, highest beyond quantum, I did it all. Space, force, energy. You're just gonna come back killing people instantly. You know, get rid of that. Gone. Another person wants power. I'm like, no. Another person just, you just gotta be like, anyway, man. Too bad for your era, like your Stillman that had a certain type of they just wanted zombies to get to other people's magic. I just thought about something. You just want to be zombies to get to other people's magic, and then they didn't care no more. Well, I guess it was just gonna look good for the camera after that, right? Oh man. But not all. The reason why I woke up making this documentary so long now, all because some stink pussy and stink booty bitches, an hour and 2 hours and no, don't worry about it. 2 hours and a couple minutes, 6 minutes and 6 minutes and then 6 minutes I get pressure on. Told you when you wanted to hear the lyrics, I didn't want to put in the phone because you're not the person who mold who. No, but anyway, I'm the original person who mold you know who. And also crept back over and said, yo, matter of fact, we're gonna even have a child named who. Another person said, what are you speaking about? I said, if who thought he was the man, too bad he had to find out Orion is the original point of your life and the reason why they call me Pi because you were just a syndicate man. Oh well. So the other who I knew and I loved was a man of original obligation. If you became a syndicate, then you were helping the Haitians in their participation. So hey, and I'm a man, I'd rather be honored than forgotten because I'm the real love that'll never go wrong. And if they call me Ra, it's because the way I conquered. And another person was like, hurrah, hurrah. you know, you think about the ending situation. I told you so, so you should have stopped the fucking hate. But anyway, and when I said stop the hate, the people that tried to stop me like EJR, you should have smacked them harder than a car that could crash through a wall. That'll make a person see a flash of light, like they just seen the reason of enlightenment that got smacked by a star that said no longer needed. You see, your little nigga smell like dog and catnip ass. Real devious and mischievous. I'm a man that's already a star. He said, hi. I love Ra because that's Ralphine GR, the real nice of the ninja, and also Ice Galaxy, and the ninja planets and solar system galaxy universe point of consciousness of sacred who makes everybody who they really are. And I ain't speaking about the astrological empress who. If you know who, tell them I said nice to be near you. No, but anyway, but I'm just gonna be real. But it's just fucked up as far as for other people and stuff, man. You just have a bunch of empresses from before that the other emphasis of love is gonna always have love, times of love, and it's always gonna continue to the generate. Well, through in my life, literally, in all physical reality, going all the way to all features and all points of all graphs and all realities. And it's gonna be always in my physical reality where I have all the intimate, sex, love, you know, how can I say it? Conversing of the human physical attributes of existence. So another person I don't care about that tries to destroy or hate my love, that's not a real honor or the real education. They they, they just a penny sniffer, a delinquent climb through the ditch, the fucking element and drills reflect and say, there go your there go you send your gunshots to to the, to this, and it would never get chi energy sexual love shivers. It would just get vibrations of pain, get the fuck out of my life quivers. You know what I'm saying? Nigga say, listen, oh man, I'm feeling a little queasy right now, man. It's just that's just a queasy situation. Try to climb through the elements. It was gonna cause solicitation. It's probably just a fucked up heat and Haitian. Another place. I'm a man that's an Aisha, a Creole, a Mulat, Taim, Titan, of the reason of love and conquer. you know, the insurance of the diamond coin. Another person said, what an emerald or gem. I said, value is my name, and whichever way you look at it, I'm the real man. That's it. And it's only me, Ralph Williams, out through all existence. Anybody else try, fuck you. Yeah, I'm the only one that gets a clean fragrance rinse. Y'all niggas are just foul odors in existence. Other niggas. It's just the real foul odors of existence. I'm the clean love of all conditions, of the reason, of enlightenment and refinement and regardment, and all education, of all equality, of all social economics, of the real reason of even having never to you will never destroy my physical, but the real reason why you even have nourishment because my wife said, yo, listen, if there's nothing new under the sun and Ralph Williams, I gave you my atmosphere, so y'all individuals are just the continuance of 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 the outright individuals of the street pretty and sexy of of a love existence. Other people are the pimples of the bad odors and foul acknowledgement that you have to shake off because they were causing perspiration to end the reality of, of tradition. Tradition will always be alive. Y'all, y'all other niggas is just foul syndicate zone. Death, death, fuck around, look at it, barrel and say, yo, go through you. Because he never knew. He only knew Ralph Lane Jr., the reason of regardment and the reason of existence, the love of enlightenment of his even his core, who makes the love and wonderful superstars. Beyond highest omega on all astrological, social economic education. Whichever graph or whichever verbal expression of refinement, regardment, enrichment, and wealthment, and love, and always had a form of high tribute and honor and praise for the dignity of the reason of individuals' equality, elegance, exquisiteness, and value of any habitation. But I'm just gonna be real, man. You know, fuck all the rest of you piece of shit stink motherfuckers that be fucking up other people's environments. That has nothing to do with me. So I'm gonna just go live my life, and I hope y'all all die. And you can go with your stink fucking emperor stink, black stone, black jewel, black element, your brown jewel, your brown element, your brown stone stink fucking mentality, stink. You know, how can I say this? That wouldn't even be a chestnut color. It's looking like you try to take the nut and said dudda dud oh, you know I'm just gonna be real. You can go with your fucked up empresses that was scared about their own conscience. I'm already a conqueror. You just have pieces of shit. And I don't need none of your yuck mouth bitches that already cause fucked up frequencies because I know the natural vibrations of wealth and enrichment. Not use has-been that wants to manipulate other people from even having their enriching or wealth of existence. This is why I guide them to the precise point of enlightenment so that they could know the reason God to honor and tribute me and love me, even in the humane condition of physical reality, even in that in a form of real intimate matrimony of existence, not no stink pussy bitch. Y'all foul niggas could go and yo, y'all could get rid of it because I'm already clean with my wealth and enrichment and I'll be just continue being rinsing and washing and cleaning. But I would say, damn, that shit had to get out of the atmosphere before it fucked up our existence. Love one. Exit step. Love one. Learn your vocabulary. Only people is upright. Everybody else, let them die and be foul because they're already foul. Just forget it. And remember me, Raphael and Real, the real Osiris, Orion, Orion, and also Ra, the real Buddha, the real Shiloh, the nicest lover you ever knew. Nice. You. Chi, Emperor Chi himself, love one. How to say, Chai.